The planet, now I'm all feel like Janet. Can this be a real thing? Can I?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. And everybody already knows Bruce, I'm sure. Say hi,
Hello.
Bruce. And I want to introduce my little sister, Jennifer. She's joining me tonight, or us tonight on the panel to talk about this mess that we're in when it comes to people wanting to play God by creating little embryo holders in a laboratory to be able to grow babies, an egg and a sperm, that's put together in a bag and grow it to term, supposedly. And they can genetically alter it, so that it has blue eyes, blonde hair, whatever type of uh, thing that you want to have. And welcome, Ruben, and
Hello.
welcome, Boosh. Thank you for joining the show. I was
Hello.
just explaining to everyone about one of the topics we're going to talk about tonight. But I want to introduce you two to my sister, Jennifer. Say hi, Jenny.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday.
Oh, Happy another
Friday.
So I got another sister to join.
You got a whole plethora of beautiful women.
Yep.
Oh, why, thank you, Ruben.
But Jennifer thought this was a pretty interesting subject, so I was able to get her to jump on for at least a little while and hang out with us so she could talk about it. But before we get started, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. So let me go back up to the beginning. Tollback came in. He said he hopes we have a good evening tonight. Thank you. And then Boosh came in. Oh, and Six Nations, 31 Kings. Hello. He's early. He's in there in the chat. Let's go down a little bit farther. And it says Chuck. Hi, Chuck.
Chuck.
So Chuck's here. And let's see. Oh, the Crafting Gamer. Hi. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Makes me feel really good. And let's see if there's anybody else in here that I missed. No, not yet. Now, Sandy, I sent Sandy the link, so maybe she'll be able to join us in a little while. She said there was a lot of crap going on at UPS. So, she said something. They might be going on strike or something because of some stuff they're doing that the people aren't liking. So I don't know all the details because I don't work for UPS, but who knows? Which means Sandy will be working more hours because I don't know if she'd be one of the ones that would go on strike or not. It might be the drivers or something. I don't understand very much about it. But did all of you guys get to see the link that I sent about the bags to grow your baby in?
I heard about this.
Awful.
I did not get a chance to watch it. I just got home.
Oh, you haven't got to read it yet? Okay. Well, Jennifer, did you get a chance to look at any of it?
I did. I absolutely got to read over some of it, and it's an absolute abomination. It's, I don't know where this world is heading, but definitely not in the right direction so far from what I've seen.
Yeah, I agree with you. So,
Yeah.
Ruben, what do you think about it?
These people don't read books. Brave New World. They don't read anything. They don't know any. Ray Bradbury, Isaac Asimov, all the different things that were in the '60s. Again, they gave the warnings back then, and
Yeah.
again, these are children of that era that are now older adults and are now they controlled. And then it's all about control. They're saying, "Hey, we can do this so we can control."
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, I've been talking to a few people on Twitter about it, and some of them are saying they don't think that the children will have souls, because they're not being created by God; they're being created in a laboratory. But what bothers me about it, not so much that that they're growing them in a lab, because you remember, I don't know how many years ago, was it 20 years ago or something, when they did the very first test tube baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was just taking an egg and a sperm in a laboratory and putting it together and then implanting it in the mother, right?
Right.
Okay. So that was a huge technology. And a lot of people, just seem to over time accept that and not think it was a problem. Now we have fertility clinics where people could go and have that stuff done and be able to be a parent when they might not have if they hadn't had help. And also in Sweden, they're doing that with fertility clinics where they can go through your sperm, because it's male or female. And when it comes to the woman, she could have the egg be male or female, depending on what sperm unites with the egg. But the thing
Right.
is, in the laboratories there, they could pick your male sperm. So you're going to have a boy. Or they can pick them to where it's only female and they can have a girl. So see, they're already doing what God would normally do for you at random or whatever in the womb. So, when's enough is enough. What scares me the most is the fact that the technology is now able to take like the stem cells from a newborn baby or an aborted baby, and
Yeah.
use cells that aren't taken yet, haven't been changed genetically to become an ear or a liver or, a different cells like that. And now they're taking those and they're able to use those cells and make an egg from it and start life from a blank cell that doesn't have any attached to it. That's where I'm starting to worry about it, because now they can grow a body and it's put a robot brain in it. Just like what we saw as young kids on sci-fi TV, we're starting to see in our own lifetime that this might be possible. That's what really has me really worried about it. Somebody they like my exterior and think that I look good or whatever, so they can clone me, but then put a brain in it. That's not me. It's something else.
But that's pretty far away. I think the more advantageous, dangerous thing here is what's already happening is the organ harvesting. They're going to basically just create a body and then create a stem cell to create certain things. And then, of course, the people who have the means or have the control will be able to live longer. It's again the idea of putting it the fact that you have a baby in a bag. That's the end outcome. But the precursor is going to be, I need a new heart, I need this, that. Let me just clone myself or do it, or let me just get somebody's heart or whatever. They're already doing it now. What is it? What is it? The movies? What is it? Sounds of Freedom.
Yeah.
Sound of Freedom. That's the whole idea. What do you think they're doing with these kids? It's not just for sex.
A lot of them. Yes, I've been talking about that for a while. The whole thing. Bruce and I've done a few shows on that on Rumble already about the child trafficking and the documentary "The Eyes of the Devil" that goes into real deep detail about what happens to these children that are 10 and under in these brothels over there, and it's animalistic and satanic. I think it's terrible what they do, but the fact that they can take just think about what you just said, Ruben. If you have the money, you can make a warehouse and make your own matrix basically, and have bodies just laying out in there all hooked up to a machine, kept alive on a bag, being fed and and growing all the organs you need. So if you ever get cancer, they can replace your liver, they can replace your kidneys, they can replace a leg or a hand or whatever you lose, a new bowel, it's really scary. Think about it. But I don't know what to think about it or where it might be taking us in the world.
Right. Well, like you were saying, Janet, that you can grow a heart, or if you select the genes or whatever that you're going to use to get an organ. The scary thing is too, when they decide to have babies in these plastic bags and growing the whole baby, but then just selectively going in there and taking a heart or this or that. It's just, I just can't even wrap my head around it. How these people can just discard everything else and take what they need from a living being I just don't agree with it.
Because they're not living beings until, again, remember it's a mess of cells. They believe that abortion is okay up until birth, even having the birth and then killing the kid. Yeah, that's what they believe in. So then again, it's just a bundle of cells. So then that they are already in their mind, already going to go to the harvesting aspect of it. That's the whole point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I believe that's immediate. That's where the money is. And that's all they're doing is following the money.
That's scary.
It is.
That is really scary. Oh, I see Tolbat. Go ahead and join. Come on in. I'm going to join you in. Here you come. Yay. Hi, Tolbat.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
I want to introduce you to Jennifer. It's one of my sisters, and she was able to join tonight because she thought this was a very interesting subject. And I just wanted to introduce you. This is Tolbat, another friend of mine.
Hi. It's Happy Friday.
Hi, happy Friday. Can you hear me okay?
Friday.
Yay.
I'm glad it's Friday. Thank goodness.
The weekend's coming.
Fridays are awesome.
Yeah,
Not having to work tomorrow is great.
That's even, it's a bonus. So nice.
So I sent Janet.
And he's in the Matrix.
I am. We're all in the Matrix.
Oh, wow.
I sent Janet something that's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's the old Yamaha artificial heart advertisement from RoboCop, which I thought was pretty splendid. But I guess this might not be the right venue for that. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'd buy that for $1.
I can't let you join.
So, did any of you guys? I haven't got to see it yet, but the movie Sound of Freedom.
I'm looking forward to it this weekend, possibly Sunday.
Possibly Sunday. Okay, yeah, that's. I'm gonna get a chance. Hopefully, when I find out, because it's not playing at every theater either. But I've heard really great reviews about it, so I'm excited to go watch it.
Are you talking about Sound of Freedom?
Yes.
Yeah. Who else has seen it? I've seen it. Who else on the panel seen it?
I haven't yet, but
I haven't seen it.
I'm supposed to see it Sunday morning.
Okay. Well, I won't give any spoilers, but
you can give spoilers. I mean,
the thing is that I've already told Bruce about The Eyes of the Devil, and it's one that took me 3 days to watch because it was so graphic. Not because you could see anything, because everything's blurred out, but because of what you heard them talking about, right?
It's the absolute topic of it. It's evil.
Yeah, it is. And this movie is just the same way. There's no visuals at all that you couldn't take a 13-year-old, 12, 13-year-old, maybe even 11, depending on how mature they are about understanding what's on the screen. But there's nothing visual. There's no nudity. There's nothing. It's all innuendo, but you know what it is. You use your imagination and put it together, and you know what's going on. But oh my God, that little boy in there and that little girl were just, I was already crying before the opening credits.
You know what they say, Janet? They say it's all a QAnon conspiracy. That's what the mainstream media is saying.
I know, but they're full of crap. It took 5 years to get this movie distributed out because Disney is the company that had this movie. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I don't know exactly what happened, but I know the industry. And what happens is you, as a writer, you take your script out to different companies to try to get it seen, and then either they will darn it, trying to think of the word now. My phone's
Distribute
ringing. Well, no, they'll ask you if you want to sell it outright to them. Okay. And they'll pay you a flat amount of money. But that way, if you sell it to them, you're not connected to the script anymore. You lose the right to have your name up on the screen. But if they like it, they'll ask you to shelf it, which means like put it up on the shelf for 6 months to a year, depending on your contract, right?
Yeah.
Then they'll pay you a certain amount of money. So they'll say, okay, we're going to shelf it for 1 year, and we're going to look for actors. We're going to look for locations. We're going to see if we can find producers, blah, 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 blah. So you can't show it to anyone else or talk about it to anyone else, and you sound like a non-disclosure, so you can't share any information. It's like it doesn't exist. It's between you and them. Then after that, after a year goes by, they'll either offer money to make it and make a contract with you. They'll try to buy it from you, or they'll say, we're not interested. And you can take it off the thing, keep the money. You get to keep all the money they already paid you, and then you can start showing it again. Or you can have some kind of contract where they start to make it because they liked it, and then they shelf it, which means they can put it up there for an undisclosed amount of time, depending on how long they want to leave it up there. But you get paid a little bit of money, but you're not allowed to do anything with it. Then after the shelf time goes away and they decide they don't want it, then you can get it back and then redistribute it and say, oh, you found someone else that wants to film it. And I think that's what happened and why it took so long, because Disney finally decided, well, it's too risque, or whatever the reason was, or maybe they thought it was too damaging to their industry or whatever. But it's very tame. They don't even really point at the Hollywood industry.
It wasn't gay enough for them.
Yeah.
Well, that movie directly relates to the story that I was bringing up.
Yeah.
But 3 weeks ago. Oh, go ahead. Never mind.
I was just going to add one thing before I get finished. But if you do go see it, please wait till after the credits and listen to what Jim Caviezel has a message, and it pops up in the corner. It says 2 minutes or whatever. So you can see all the people's names going by, all the hard workers and stuff that put this movie together. Then listen to what Jim Caviezel has to say to you before you go home, because it was sad to me that half the audience had already gotten up and left because they didn't know. So I'm trying to make sure people, when I'm in Twitter, on Spaces and things like that, to please wait and try to watch what he has to say, because it's very important for the numbers. He gives you the numbers. And one of the things he says is that United States of America is the #1 place where all these kids end up. More people in the United States are buying these children.
Of course.
Okay, so we're the ones that are the reason why these kids are taken, because they're making more money off of these kids than they are selling drugs anymore, the cartels. Because when you sell a bag of heroin, you're selling one bag and it's gone, right? But when you have a 10-year-old kid, 5-year-old kid, you can sell it 5 to 10 times a day. Think about that. For 2 years to 10 years.
The graping business is good.
How long the kid lives.
For them. The evil people.
So go ahead, Boosh. I'm sorry. I'm done gabbing.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, you did not. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You really did forget?
Let me look at this stuff real quick. Oh, yeah, the child trafficking thing. So yeah, that movie kind of relates directly to the story from 3 weeks ago in Boston, where 6 men were given a home by the Boston Housing Authority, and they had a certain protected lifestyle. Let's say they're protected class, and they just live for free. They get free cable.
Were they the type of guys that you would find at a Belgian music festival in a certain type of
They were maps.
canine pit with like doggy masks and such like that? Were they
I don't need to know about your private
Is that like
No, I'm kidding.
Is that
No,
ferns?
they are absolutely that persuasion. So this is the only follow-up that I've found, the most recent follow-up that I've found. This is from the 24th, I believe. Let me scroll down real quick. Oh, 29th. June 29th was the last time this story was talked about in any kind of news that I can find. It's probably, backroom stuff on YouTube I can't find, but as far as being posted to a mainstream kind of outlet, this is the only thing I can find. So 3 weeks ago, it was on the 17th was what it was reported. I believe the incident took place the day before. It was reported in the Boston Globe, and NBC Boston broke the story of these 6 men of a particular type living together in an apartment. One of them passed away, and the cops showed up. Neighbors complained several times. They're making all kinds of racket.
Yeah.
The occupants would not let the police in, so they forced their way in. There's a dead body in there.
Oh,
That's not the worst thing they found. There were drugs everywhere. Like
And sex toys.
alcohol everywhere, sex toys everywhere, clothes everywhere. That's not the worst thing they found. In the back of the apartment, in a locked room, they found 4 children aged 5 to 10.
Oh,
So
that's terrible.
the story never made it to the mainstream media. It was never shown on CNN. Well, it was shown on CNN, but 4 children were rescued in Boston. Oh, how good! And then that was it.
Yep.
Yeah.
They didn't say.
Watered down version. Yeah.
To this day, the names of those men
Blisters.
have not been released. The city of Boston pays for their housing, pays for their phones, pays for their cable, pays for the TVs. They probably bought the furniture themselves. And this is the lifestyle they have, where they keep 4 children aged 5 to 10 locked in a room in an apartment filled with drugs and sex toys. None of their names have been released. And this is the most recent story from this person, Kendra Lara. Counselor Kendra Lara alleged that unsubstantiated stories about a recent incident in South Boston apartment stoked homophobic and transphobic rhetoric. That's what her claim is, because a city councilman went on record saying, we're going to get to the bottom of this. This is ridiculous. We can't allow this to happen. Not in my city. And I believe it was Aaron Murphy, one of them, and Ed Flynn. They wanted to do something about it. The governor of Massachusetts, I believe her name is Henley. It could be Heerly. I might be wrong on that. Stepped in and got the whole thing just shut down, because, like this woman says, it will stoke a homophobic and transphobic record. They're doing bad things to children.
Yes,
But we must not talk about it, and anyone that talks about it is homophobic and transphobic. Now, that's Kendra Lara. Let's look up a little more about Kendra Lara, shall we? Let's find out a little bit about her.
Research these people that talk against it, that don't want the truth to come out. Well,
Here we
they
go.
need to be
I found one right now. Look at that. I found another story about Kendra Lara.
Okay, let's
Okay, hold on for a second, Bruce. Jennifer, what'd you say?
Okay.
Oh,
We couldn't hear you.
it's these people that are throwing such rhetoric out there. I wonder what they're doing in their dark closets.
Let's
because
find out.
Let's do it. Because this is absolutely ridiculous. Everybody needs to be shown, and every person out there that harms a child deserves to be 6 feet under. That's just the way I feel. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not.
You're
but
just a hater.
Yeah, I feel the same
I
exact
guess
way.
I am.
And that's
Well.
sad
Oh
though.
my goodness.
That is
Such a bigot.
yeah,
Yeah, they're protected. They're allowed to do this, and the governor stepped in to protect them.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is,
They're
remember
guilty.
this, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Giselle Maxwell's in prison, right? For trafficking young girls, right?
Yes.
But not one person has been arrested that supposedly trafficked the girls that she's in prison for.
Stephen Hawking was on the island. They've got
No
pictures of
names.
Stephen Hawking on the island.
Nothing's
Where's the
come
list?
out.
Where's
Why
the
aren't the
list?
girls talking?
I have,
Too many
Stephen
people
Hawking
protected.
in the Christopher Pike chair
yes,
was on the island.
yes, they're pictures.
Oh my God.
Why is he there? I know why. Blackmail.
Well, I was thinking maybe
That's
the
what they said that
Quasimodo
he
scene
did to
from
a lot of people.
the
He did
300.
videos.
Whoopi Goldberg has been there. Chris Wallace has been there. Bill Clinton, while in office, went there 26 times. Nothing to
there
see
a
here.
painting of
I'll
him
tell you
there?
what,
in
this
Yeah,
is a
the
great
time to
place. I
Queen
love
Clean
the
House.
ride at this amusement park.
Yeah.
Epstein's a good man.
What was
He's
his
a really
name?
good man.
The guy that killed
I like
himself,
that Prince Andrew.
that hung himself in prison. What was his name again?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, Epstein. He
Yeah.
supposedly had a picture of Bill Clinton in the
And
blue
Prince Andrew.
dress.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and Prince Andrew and a Bush playing with Lincoln logs and stuff on the floor in the Oval Office.
Oh my God.
There's a painting of that. So there's a bunch of paintings of these different people by whoever the artist is. I don't know. Somebody that he trusted to paint the picture the way he wanted. So I don't know. Maybe he had those to let them know, the people know, that if you don't do what I ask, the goodies are going to be dropped, or something.
Yep.
I don't know. But it's pretty disgusting. All of this is disgusting.
So this woman is the first Black 20 or 39-year-old city councilwoman socialist. It's a whole lot of firsts because everything's got to be a first. Yeah, the first ever. She decided to. It's not in this story. I'd have to go to Rikaida Law and look up the one that he found. I can't find that one. It looks like it's been scrubbed from the basic Google search.
Yeah.
She was at a gentleman friend's home and brought her child, who is young enough that he needs to be restrained in a booster seat in a car, per Boston law.
No. Oh,
Did
my.
not put her child in the car seat. At this person's house, they were engaged in activities of a rare nature. That's what was reported by this gentleman, and he's got pictures and video of her at the apartment
Oh, God.
having relations while the child was in the room. So there's another picture of her giving her kid a haircut because this guy has clippers at his apartment. So she's just giving her son a little buzz cut without any pants. She's not wearing any pants. The child has clothes on. Still not okay.
Not okay.
Then, on her way home from this person's house with a revoked license and an unregistered, uninsured car with expired inspection sticker belonging to someone else, she crashed into a house with her child not in a car seat. This is the same person that said, no, you can't talk about these people that have 4 children trapped in a locked room in their apartment with sex toys and drugs and alcohol everywhere, and they're in various states of undress. You're not allowed to talk about that because it's bad. Also doing horrible things in front of her son.
Did she get arrested for any of this stuff that you're showing us?
No, I believe she's on notice. Hang on. Car hit the fence before
Oh,
crashing into a house,
gosh.
causing significant damage. According to police, Laura told officers another car had pulled in front of. Yeah, there's absolutely no evidence of this as well. She said someone pulled in front of her. As far as I know, she was not given a drug test.
Well, of course, we can't give him a drug test. Don't you understand? The adrenochrome will show up. Come on now.
Right.
There you go. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, the Boston Police Department filed a F1A report with Massachusetts Department of Children and Families due to neglect and failure to use proper car seat for the child's safety. That's it.
Wow.
She's getting a ticket. She's getting a ticket.
Slap on the wrist. That's it. That's nothing. I mean,
She crashed into someone's fucking house.
Okay.
Well,
okay,
if
hold
it'd
on.
been you, you'd be in jail.
Oh God, yes.
Boosh, hold on. Earlier this week, the greatest recruiter for a sex cult to ever get caught was released within a handful of years of her getting thrown in jail. She was Allison Mack. You guys remember her from Smallville?
Mm-hmm.
oh my
No.
gosh. Yeah.
She's out now.
Mhm.
Didn't she get didn't she help run some type of thing where they were trafficking young girls and they got tattoos and stuff? They made them get these tattoos on them.
Yeah.
Like they were owned. They were slaves.
Yes.
And basically,
Yes.
that's what Jim Caviezel was saying in his little speech at the end of the movie. Part of it is of how right now there is more slaves, sex slaves, child slavery is higher than any amount of any other slaves in history right now.
Yep.
These children are being used for sex,
Are we done
adrenochrome,
with that?
body parts, like their livers, kidneys, and whatever else, slaves to work in factories, in mines, okay,
I
to,
need my
to
lithium.
mine the stuff that we
Yeah,
need for
exactly.
batteries, electric
Yeah.
cars. I mean, it's awful. And people just don't want to believe that this is happening, so they just look the other way. It's like, well, if I don't hear it, it's not true. And it's sad because people don't want to hear. But I went into a space yesterday morning, and it was a space that I normally go in, and we have coffee, and we talk about all kinds of things that are in the headlines. And one of the things that we're talking about was the movie. And then I brought up the same thing I did with this a minute ago, is the documentary Eyes of the Devil that I've been showing for 2 years, because to me, it really goes down to the nitty gritty about what happens to these children in these brothels. Okay, they're drugged
disgusting.
up, they're used for slaves, basically, and it's the same thing where a person can sell their baby, and that's what this whole show was about. This pregnant woman was pregnant, and she was selling her baby to this group of people that were going to sell it for $500,000 for someone to have sex with, a brand new baby after it's born. But that's what the whole thing was about. And then when they're done having sex with the baby after it's dead, they harvest its organs and sell it for millions.
Yes.
And it's like, people don't want to believe that people are that disgusting and devils. It's just evil, pure evil. But people don't want to face the fact that that's going on right now, every single day. When you have a kid that's 6 years old looking at you while you're abusing it, and it's begging you to kill it. It wants to die. I don't want to live anymore. At 6, it understands what death is. Think about that.
So is Monsters Inc. a cartoon version of this? In a way,
I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Scare the kid enough that you get the energy from them.
Yeah, and it's horrid. It's a horrid, real thing that's happening every day. I mean, I cried for days after I watched this documentary, and there's nothing. You don't see anything. Everything's blurred out. It's all in here and in your heart. Listening to the interview to the woman and why she doesn't want it. And these people, they walk the streets and they don't normally have to take a kid from your bed or at home, but they see a kid playing out in the front yard. They drive by, one jumps out, grabs the kid, puts it in the car and drives off, and you never see it again. I mean, there for a while, Bush was sending me updates every day.
Every single day in Texas,
Every day.
West Texas.
Oh,
Young
my
girls disappearing.
Just West Texas.
West
Just
Texas
West
is
Texas,
a
yeah, but
horrible place.
How are we supposed to, if the police and our government is so corrupt, just like, let's say, Tony Podesta, or what is her name? What is that lady's name? Marina Abramovic. How these people are so high up and have so much money and so many connections, they can get away with it. I mean, just Podesta's artwork alone in his house is disturbing and disgusting, and they can keep doing it. I mean, I just don't understand.
Protect your kids.
See, hide your kids, hide your wife.
Protected.
They're raping everybody out here.
Well, there was a task force that was put together. I believe it was a yearly cost of $1.5 billion, which was a lot. But it was several different agencies all organized together with Border Patrol, Department of Homeland Security, the FBI from several states, and the Home Office of FBI. And I believe they were talking to Interpol as well. Like, we have this missing child. Her or his name is such and such. Get your contacts there. So it was a joint task force from lots of different agencies. And that was put together. And a lot of people, whose names are probably on that list, said, how can we afford this? Meanwhile, they signed over $200 billion to Ukraine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and I've also heard a lot of stories before Russia even went into Ukraine.
Oh, wait, sorry. That task force was eliminated when someone else took office.
I was already talking to Bruce, okay, about this whole the Eyes of the Devil documentary before that, and that one of the top places for child trafficking was Ukraine. This was before Russia went in.
Yes.
And then when I heard the interview Putin, okay, and I'm not saying I'm all woohoo rah rah Putin. I'm not, but he
I am.
said in his
I am
speech
too.
that when they went in, they went to 6 places. They were strategic about where they went, and one of the places was a place supposedly where they had a bunch of kids for sex trafficking. I can't tell you how many or anything like that, guys. I don't remember because so much stuff was going on at that time. But I remember us talking about that because I was like, well, good. It's somebody's doing it because Trump's not in office, because Trump was having people arrested and finding kids all the time. But nobody put it on the news. You know, you hardly saw anything on the news about all these children that were being saved because they didn't want anyone to know that we had that problem. And what do we see now? We have a wide open border, so there's millions of kids coming into the United States to use for sex and drugs and whatever else that they decide that they want.
So in Russia, there is some provision in there. I don't think they have a constitution in Russia. Whatever their laws are, there's a provision that says, you know, if you're caught involved in the trafficking of a child, not if you've done it yourself or if you had any bad relations with the child yourself, if you're involved in the organization, 5 years minimum in prison. Now that doesn't seem like a very strong punishment. You know, just 5 years, right? Just 5 years. It's also a Russian prison
in Siberia.
And they tell every inmate what that person did.
Fantastic.
So 5 years is not a serious punishment. The punishment is death. Because they are not going to live.
It was also Russia where they allowed a father to kill someone that sexually abused his daughter.
Yes!
And said that the guy committed suicide.
Well, no, he absolutely killed the guy. And then the American news media was like, "That's horrible. He should be in jail for murder." No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Remember, it was on the news where they had caught that one guy who had kidnapped somebody's son, and they finally found him, and they were taking him through the airport, and the father was standing at the phone booth, and he turned around and shot him right in the head. And if I'd been on the jury, I would have said, "Woohoo!" I wouldn't have put the guy
not
down.
guilty. Not guilty.
And then the other guy, the other farmer that beat the guy to death, that he had attacked his little daughter. So, and he ended up getting off. He didn't go to prison.
That's great.
But see, it's the courts now. Our courts are so screwed up that you can't even arrest somebody for shoplifting garbage bags fills of stuff. They do nothing. They just say, "Oh well, don't press any charges."
Well, don't do it in front of me. You're dead.
Well, California has
some
turned
places
into a complete, a third world country.
They don't even charge over there.
I mean, it's just they don't do. You can get away with so much, and they just feed it. Have you guys seen on the news just recently how they had to set up clean tents and blankets and everything? To come in, these little, I don't know what you would call it, but they said you can still come in even if you're high. They'll provide you with your crack pipe or this and that, but they'll give them a clean place so they can get them off the street. So they're not even fixing the problem.
Did you see this
administration today is loving killing everybody.
They put vending machines in New York. Eric Adams was very proud of them for the effort to combat drug use. They had like pipes in there and, you know, fresh needles and stuff. It sold out in an hour.
Oh,
It's sold out. They broke into it, I thought.
Yeah, they broke into some of them. Some of them sold out. It's like, yes, you've really combat.
Good job, Eric. Their free pipes, their free needles, and all that. Then they go out in the street, use the shit, and throw it on the ground for some kid to walk by and pick it up.
Is it true? I've heard that people that are living on the tents, on the streets, defecating in the streets are getting money. They're getting paid from the state of North Carolina.
In California, you have free phones. They have free internet, free phones.
Carolina.
That's what they want. They want everybody brain dead and addicted.
California, maybe.
No, it's Was it L? Yeah, I think it's L.A. Ben Shapiro, who I used to watch on occasion, lived around L.A. and he said he used to not have to walk his child to school, but this problem that is spreading got into his area. The dude makes a lot of money. He lives in a very nice neighborhood, very nice house. His kids go to a private school, and he started having to walk to school every day. And there was a dude outside the playground doing what you guys just described in front of children, and he's like, it's time to go. So he put on his YouTube channel and on, it was a Daily Wire he owns, on Daily Wire that, I'm leaving California. Gavin Newsom decided, oh, well, we're going to go ahead and tax you for the next 3 months, and you have an ultimatum. You have to leave by October. And Ben Shapiro's he's a lawyer, and he's like, okay, bring it, Gavin. Like, you can threaten me all you want. You can't do any of these things you're talking about.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan left. Joe Rogan's like, everything I do here is like being called terrible by the locals. So I'm going to go to Austin where I can shoot elk and eat it.
Yeah, well, I just don't want people moving away saying they don't like the laws in California and then coming here and voting for the same.
Yes. Yes.
It's like, what
Thank
is
you.
the purpose?
Late. Hate to say that.
It's way too late. Yeah, Houston's going the way of the dodo.
Too late. Every single city in Texas is neon blue, and same thing in Florida. I'm really worried. I'm really worried for next year about whether or not either one of those states aren't going to flip, because without both of those states being on the red side, they won't need electoral college cheating anymore when they flip both those states. I mean, we will never win. The conservatives will never win another election because they'll own the electoral college. So,
it makes me sick to my stomach.
But see, it's so hard for people to understand when you look at and you tell people, okay, the state of Missouri or Oklahoma, just look at it. There's more people in the city of New York, just the one city, not the state, than the whole state of Missouri or Oklahoma. I mean, people can't fathom that. They don't understand the massive amounts of
not the
people
majority.
in these cities.
That's the thing that kills me is when they say, oh, the majority said this. No, it didn't. No, New York City and Los Angeles are not the majority. If you look at Houston's 20 square miles, if you include the way it's spread out like it is, that 20 square miles should not decide what the other 385,000 square miles does.
Right.
Local government is extremely important, and they are removing that systematically. And yeah, like what you were saying, Jennifer, people leaving, I've met a whole bunch of them coming over here. Some of them are like the Ben Shapiro story, where, over there, they went, yeah, we voted Democrat, and we're out, and what they're doing over there is terrible, and I just can't vote for them anymore here. Other people I've met are like, there's a lot of really racist people here in Texas. And I said, oh, really? Where? I walked into a bar, and everyone turned and looked at me, and I went, like, what, light outside? What do you mean? He's like, I opened the door, and then they looked at me. I'm like, yeah, because you opened the door, light came in, and the human eye is attracted to light. So, you turn to see, like, who's coming in. If you walked in and they said, hey, there's a spear chucker, that's one thing. Then you could probably claim, like, they're probably racist. But if they just look at you, I really don't think you can claim racism on that. And that person needs to go back to California, because if they want a Democrat-controlled area, that's the place for them.
Yeah,
they have complete control.
I told the wife tonight I couldn't live in Houston. I'm already unhinged mentally as is. I have a hard time in San Antonio, but I would absolutely you'd start finding bodies everywhere in Houston. If I was
really,
I fucking hate that city.
Oh my God.
Like, there's not a single day that I've ever spent in Houston where I thought, God, it's great here. Never. I fucking, like, for everything from the highway system to just
the highway system's real bad. Yeah.
The people that I have to deal with whenever I have to go anywhere and do anything, just the miserable attitude of the service industry there. Like, I would go complete Ed Gein on this shit. Fuck that city.
I grew up in.
It's not bad out where I am.
Hey, baby.
I love Houston.
You grew up in Texas, all that?
No, I'm Tyrone. I love
Oh, Tyrone. You grew up in
Texas. It's me.
I did. But the communist side of Texas, Jesus Christ.
I sold a bag to Hunter the other day.
I mean, don't look at all the demographics of the dead bodies I'm littering behind me. Don't look at all the Bernie tattoos on them.
That's my people, baby. Oh, shit, I gotta go. Tobass back.
Oh, God.
That's funny.
Oh, you're so funny. But yeah, it's bad. But until we can fix our courts and make some changes in that, we have enough laws on the books. It's just the fact that nobody's forcing the laws. Nobody's, they're not letting their cops do their job.
I'm just going to continue to lose weight, and then I'm going to start to learn like M&A and karate and all that stuff.
Study
and then,
Krav Maga. That's
Krav Maga, and then I'm just going to become the Punisher.
I have a better idea.
You
Shotgun.
Mr. Wick.
Yeah,
You can do your yelling and kung fu moves and wave your arms around and go whoa all you want. I just go clack clack.
I'll have the guns too, of course. I'm just done with this crap. I'm just done with it all. I don't care.
So if you could look at Tokyo Trekker's comment there, the last one he made, that's pretty close to it. The people leaving California are still consider themselves Democrats, but they're not, or liberals rather, but they're not going to vote for Democrats anymore. They're socially a little more liberal, I heard it too. They lean towards government needs a little more control over certain things.
There are no good liberals.
That's not true. Maybe not. There's no good Democrats anymore, but they said, I can't vote for Democrats.
Well, I'm a classical liberal, if you want to say that.
Yeah, I was going to say
that's what I meant.
Liberals, I think, is what he's referring to.
So it's not conservative versus liberal anymore. It's people that want freedom versus people that want tyranny.
Old school liberals are rare.
And people that come over here from California and say they still want, the social policies that have happened in California, go back to where you already have them.
Yes.
Well, I want to interrupt.
We don't want the tyranny here.
We've had a few new people come in. Tommy, Bone, an Ear, and I think that's it. But I just want them to know that Jennifer, that's joining me tonight on the panel, is one of my other sisters. So say hi, Jennifer.
Hello, I'm the baby sister. So it's good to see you guys. I hear you.
Yes, she's the youngest one. Oh, and Tokyo Trekker's in here too. Thank you guys for joining us. We're just talking about all the bullshit that's been going on in the last couple weeks.
Amen to that.
And we're also talking about the movie, The Sound of Freedom. Take Kleenex, even if you're a guy, okay? There's nothing wrong with having a couple tears. I mean, I'm not saying you're going to be bawling your head off, but there's nothing wrong with having a heart for children, okay? No woman is going to look down on a man that can be a real man and have a heart for kids. But make sure if you go see the movie, please wait until after the credits and listen to the message from Jim Caviezel, because he's got a lot to say that he couldn't say in the movie because he wasn't allowed to, but he added it to the end so that you guys, all of us, could learn a little bit more about what was going on and what we can do. So please do that if you can when you watch the movie. And Tobet, did you see it yet?
I have not yet.
Okay. Are you planning on going to see it?
I'm going to try to.
Okay. It's
what about
tough,
Tyrone?
But it's nothing. I mean, it's very timid. It's a very it's very good at the story. It tells a great story because it's based on a true story. It's a very good story. It does have a good ending considering what happens to everybody in it. But it's going to open your mind to things that you really didn't want to know, but we need to know. So just be prepared for that.
Well, there's a lot of things.
I have a puppy dog issue. I'll be right back. If you're gone before I get back, it was nice meeting you, Jennifer.
Nice
to see you again.
Too. Hopefully I'll be able to come back and visit, because this is actually, I enjoy this. This is great. It's nice to have other people that have the same concepts and love America as much as you guys. So this is fantastic.
There we go.
Thank you, Jan.
All right, guys, I'm out. It's 10 o'clock, but hopefully I can come back.
Thank you for joining us, Jennifer. I love you, and you call me anytime you want. And you're welcome to come on the show. Anytime you want to join me, I'd love to have you on.
All right, I definitely will. You guys have a good night. Enjoy your weekend.
Good night, Jennifer.
Bye.
Good
Love you,
Good
Janet.
night. I love you too. Bye-bye. Aw, yay. I knew I could get her one day, and I did. So, but she's at my other sister, so she's Central Time, so that made it easier for her.
Mm.
Been there for a little while because she's on the East Coast, so she's
Ah.
2 hours difference.
To your point earlier, Janet, I was just happy that it beat out Indiana Jones. That made my day.
Yeah, it beat everybody. Thank goodness.
Yeah,
And see,
that's
this is
awesome.
what we were saying. What was it? Our last show 2 weeks ago when we were talking about how Bud Light got creamed because people were fighting with their wallets, right? We do have means to show the bad guys what we mean without giving them money. Just take the money away from them, and over time that is going to make a huge difference because we speak with our wallet.
Right.
Yeah,
Anytime
but again,
go ahead.
But again, I'm saying, but again, the dark side of that is now Budweiser. Sorry, now the BlackRock and all the hedge fund knows where Bud Light didn't sell. So then that's where they're going to throw in the Democratic steal. They know that we're showing them that we were boycotting or showing with the wallet that there's a problem. Then that shows it's the Democratic machine where they can go and they have to fight for votes or they'll steal votes. It's all a scam.
But I know. But the thing is, we at least we can sleep at night because we did what we could. Okay. Laying in bed, tossing and turning, saying, God, I wish I'd done something. I wish I tried this. I wish I tried that.
But that's what they wanted you to do.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know in my heart that I'm doing every single day. I talk about this stuff. I share this stuff. I make videos. I've lost subscribers on my YouTube channel simply because I've shared stuff for Gays Against Groomers. Okay, which is fine because I'm going to still post their videos on my channel because that's what I want. I want to help kids. I don't care if other people don't agree that someone's gay. Well, I don't care if they're gay. But if the gays don't want children to be abused, then they should have the right to be able to tell people about it. And I told them they could use my channel to share that they don't agree with grooming children and letting children cut their genitals off when they're kids. They should be an adult. And my friends that are gay and lesbian and bisexual and a couple transsexual friends that I have that are real transsexuals, ones that had to go through 2 years of therapy to live as that gender that they wanted to be before they were even allowed to get hormones, before they were allowed to have surgery, because they have a dysphoria, an actual illness, and they know they have this. They know that even if they get injections, they're never going to be the opposite sex. They understand that. And that's a psychosis. It's not something you can just la-di-da change your gender. It just doesn't work. They understand there's two genders, and they understand that, and they think it's wrong to put all these children in that predicament to where after they've been mutilated and been shot up with all these drugs, and they finally realize that's not what they wanted. They just wanted to be accepted the way they were because they happened to like the same sex. That's it. That's the problem. But instead of letting them be gay or lesbian, they tell them, well, if you're a woman, then it's okay to like guys. You see, they are hurting these children instead of helping them. And any doctor that would cut the boobs off of a 12-year-old girl or the testicles off a 12-year-old boy should not be able to be a doctor, because that is Frankenstein stuff. That is not a doctor that's supposed to save lives.
Here.
Janet, tell us the story of James Money, the doctor.
Which one?
James Money.
I don't remember that one. That name.
He's the guy that you want to research. He's the one that started this entire trans crap, and his credentials for being a doctor are really sketchy. I'm just going to say that. I don't understand how he has a license to practice. The one time he did this and it stuck, it's been the blueprint ever since. Like, there was a boy, transferred to female. Found out not really that great. Tried getting rehabilitated back. Bunch of medical stuff happened, and it's seen as a success. James Money, he's a doctor. He's a crappy doctor. Probably the world's second crappiest doctor, right after Anthony Fauci. Don't forget your booster shots.
Oh, God, infected.
Don't forget your booster.
I don't know how you're able to do those voices and stuff. That's amazing, I think. But we do have to take a breather too, people. This is a lot to deal with, okay? So you have to be healthy and take care of yourself. Try to get sleep because we can't help others if we're sick ourselves. So I have to force myself to just take a break, and it's not always easy. As you guys know, I just love to talk about everything, and I will talk your head off.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but Boosh, did you get that link that shows those modules that they're
Yeah.
letting you take home?
Yeah.
Once your baby's in it, or you can go and visit your baby at the laboratory where they have these placentas or placenta bags or whatever they're called. I can't remember.
It's straight up Gattaca, Brave New World, like Ruben said. Except for this is the reverse of that. In Brave New World, they put a little drop of alcohol into the solution with the embryo, so it stunts the growth of the embryo and causes mental deficiencies. So instead of that happening, the people that like this idea, their parents drank when they were pregnant, causing this stupidity right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's money and greed and power. People want power, and what better way to control people than to control who gets to have a kid? Sterilize everyone, make everybody Ken and Barbie, where they don't have, you don't look like a man or a woman, right? You're just a cardboard cutout running around, and then when you want a kid, they say, well, come to the lab and pick one up. You see, I don't know. I can't even explain this. We reviewed the movie Logan's Run. That's what this is.
Yeah.
It's turning into, you snap your fingers, you call Uber driver and they pick you up, and they send you sex toys, or they send you rubber dolls or robots, or they'll send you a human to have sex with, and then you can feed yourself with whatever exotic food that you want by having an Uber person bring it to you. I mean, it's like everything is a big buffet, nobody has to work at relationships. You don't have to work at anything anymore. You just push some buttons to do your job, and then you have everything just delivered. It's bizarre. I mean, I don't understand it. I'd rather go outside and work in the yard, chase my chickens around, pet my dog, water my plants. I have a real life, hold hands with the person you love, hug them, feel what it's like to have another person and have real feelings instead of, I don't know. I just don't know what these people think our future is supposed to be.
I disagree with Tolbat's the humanity is the root of all evil. Most of the people I've met, Florida, Michigan, up north, like New York, Boston, DC, in Texas, and Oklahoma, and Georgia, except for New Orleans, people I've met in Louisiana, most of the people I've met, either from this country or from other countries, are generally decent human beings that pretty much want to, do their job, come home, do the wife, girlfriend, husband, boyfriend thing, whatever that is, and be entertained. Go to sleep, wake up, do it again the next day, party on the weekend, and then fucking die. They don't want to deal with all of this crazy nonsense about, hoarding children and all this crazy. They just want to live a normal, decent life. They don't commit crime. The majority do not commit crime. They don't go out killing people. 99% of all of the guns in the country have not been fired at another human being. You
That
know,
was that was an interesting segue.
yeah, but the media is evil.
Mhm.
I don't think humanity is evil. The media is evil because
Nobody
they
talks
lie
about
about
that, though.
everything. Every
Nobody
single
talks
thing they
about
say is a
that
lie.
when it comes to
Humanity
the guns, Boosh.
as a
Nobody
whole.
talks about it because if you think about how many guns there are in the United States, how many legal gun
Hundreds of millions
More than there are people.
more than there are people.
by a long shot.
And how many of that percentage of people that own guns legally go out and commit these crimes?
Oh,
It's like
gross,
it's
Chuck.
like
My
it's
gun-
Very
microscopic
Never shot anybody.
compared to the crimes that happens every weekend in like Chicago and some of these big cities with the cartels and with gangs and stuff like that. And
20% of all gun murders happen in Chicago.
I know, but the thing is, they have the strictest gun
They're
laws
not allowed to have guns. How's that happening?
in Chicago, and they have more crime than almost anywhere. Well, maybe
Oh.
Washington State
Hang
and
on.
Oregon have more crimes now because of the whole mess that they've been having by
Brandon
not
Johnson.
letting the cops do their jobs and all that stuff. So I don't know. I just don't understand where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be trying to accomplish by some of the ways that this government that we have right now is pushing us. What do they want? I mean, has you guys been watching any of the videos that's been coming out of the balcony of the White House that has Hunter
Oh, here it is.
Have you seen
and
Hunt-
the
Hunt
president, his wife? I just saw a video before we started, and it
Did you
shows
see his
the president-
granddaughter?
Yeah, but
Oh.
rubbing him.
Oh, oh,
Did you see that?
yes.
That's his granddaughter. I thought it was like a hooker or
Did you see-
something.
No, this is his granddaughter.
Did you see
What?
Hunter take a snort?
That's the one.
behind
That's the one
everybody?
he touched her breast when he put the sticker on her for voting. That's the same one, I think.
It was sick. I mean, I was
Yeah,
like,
but
in
this-
front of
He
his
put the
own
sticker
wife.
on her, and she's looking down as he puts the sticker there, and then he comes in for a kiss, and she's trained because it's probably happened a lot. He's going straight for the lips, and she looks up and turns her face real quick, and he gets the cheek. And as she turns her face, he presses his palm onto her breast. It's
But
ah!
the video
family-
I saw
Look
is
up.
on Twitter right now
Ah!
of a girl that comes up behind him, and he's standing next to his wife on the balcony, and they're looking out over something, over the grounds, I guess, of the White House. And she's rubbing his under his arm, and she's rubbing his chest up and
Oh
down
God, yes.
his chest. And then
She's probably looking for more coke in his coat pocket.
Almost like, I don't know. I thought it was a prostitute. I couldn't really see her face, but she has long brown
No,
hair.
everyone on the balcony is the Biden family.
Oh,
No one up there is not part of the family.
And then the other video showing it looks like his son doing a snort of coke right behind him.
Yeah. That's
Oh yeah, he does that. He does what Bruce just did, and then he like wipes sweat off of his forehead.
Did
No
you
one
see-
else up there is sweating. They have
Do you-
fans blowing on them.
Do you
They're
see how
they got to
pale-
be throwing Biden under the bus, letting
you
all this
see-
come out
We've said
If
this
they
before,
want
but I don't believe it,
Camilla
Janet.
to be
Go back and
president.
rewatch the video and look at Hunter Biden's lips. They are literally pasty white because he's been snorting cocaine.
Yeah, and he's like
A
this.
lot. It takes a lot to get. Yeah, it
Yeah,
takes a
look at-
lot to get your lips
Generating,
that way.
he's like
Look at-
flying. You can just see him flying,
Look at Tyrone.
walking around. So
Look
I
at
don't know.
Tyrone, look at Tyrone. Yeah.
Tyrone's got white lips for a reason because he likes the coke.
Hey, on that crack.
It,
He loves
it's
it.
bad. They are chucking him big time. I mean, I'll be shocked if it's not by the end of this month that
Well,
they're saying, well,
you
we're
gotta
having
be
to let
really
him
out there.
down.
They're
He's
gonna
gonna
They're
he's gonna
bury
step
it.
down as president because he can't handle this.
No,
And then they'll
No.
say when they start pressing charges or
No.
whatever, they're gonna say he's incapable of understanding because
Nope.
he's already too far gone.
No.
And then we're gonna have Camilla, the
no.
first
They said
No.
president.
people have been saying that for the last 3 years.
No, I swear it's gonna happen.
They're going to keep
Yeah,
injecting.
I got a
with the
gentleman's
drug
bet
cards.
right now with Bush live on this show. That's what's going to happen.
I was one of the only people that said no way. I said he's going to go the full 4 years. He may
He's not
go
gonna-
out after his term, but he's going to last the full 4 years.
Yeah,
I
Janet,
don't
I
think
think
so.
Bush is going to beat you on this one.
I don't. Well, good. We'll see because I really, it's got a terrible.
All right, so
feeling.
the
I hope
initial
you guys
scandal,
win, though.
the
I
initial
really
laptop
do.
scandal, they were going to
For
get
our
rid of them.
country, I
Didn't
hope
happen.
you guys are right, but
Yeah.
I don't think you are.
With
Yeah,
the
you-
Ukraine scandal, they were going to
if you
move
can-
them. Didn't happen.
yeah.
Afghanistan, they were going to move them. Didn't
Yep.
happen.
No,
The-
I didn't say
the
that
billions-
at all. I said the same thing.
The
I've
billions
been
of boxes of
chucking
illegally obtained
They're
classified
chucking them under
documents.
the bus.
If they can make that laptop go away with the crap that was on that thing, then they
Yeah,
can
nothing's going to happen to them.
anything go away.
Nothing's going
But
to
you
happen.
have to
No,
remember,
they
it's
can't.
not just
They've already
the
showed the
Democrats.
videos of him standing up on the balcony with his son, snorting his coke behind him,
Doesn't
and
matter.
is rubbed down by his granddaughter. I'm telling you,
They could do-
173
They would
miles an
never
hour
have
down
shown
the
that.
highway. Nobody
They
cares.
could do
would never
anything they
show
want. They can do
Yeah.
anything they want.
well, we'll see.
He's
The
been
law
doing
does
it
not
for-
apply to these people.
Yeah,
They
he's been
want
doing
the
it
first woman
for 20,
president,
30
and they know
years.
that she can't win. She
Who,
will
Biden? Biden's been doing it for 50 years.
No, not Biden.
Well, he had to weasel his way into the upward. He has been, but
No, he's been corrupt since day one. He's been
Correct,
deeply
but
corrupt since day one.
But he wasn't at the
And
top of the
and
echelon
corrupt.
for a
The
while.
guy
That's what I'm
cannot do anything right.
Yeah, he lied. I can't believe he was allowed to.
He's got
He
so
lied the
Joe
first two
Joe
times.
Biden, just Joe Biden, not even his organization or his family. Just Joe Biden has 24 homes. The top 5 most expensive homes, just the home is worth over $5 million.
There you go.
That's the cheapest of the top 5 is $5 million. On top of that, one of his places is in Connecticut. It's on like 75 acres of land.
I guess
Where
that's why
the
Bernie
hell did he get
Sanders
all
was
that?
So mad.
Where do you get all that? If he's so unsuccessful, he's very successful at laundering money because there's no way he made that money, or Dr. Jill did as a teacher.
No.
Mhm. Hey, did you guys see that
You
picture
don't
a
know
while
what you're
back?
talking about. You
And it
gotta go with
shows-
Nancy Pelosi stock picks.
Yeah, exactly right.
They don't insider trade, Bruce. Come on.
But did you
Yeah,
guys
and
see
then they-
that picture of Joe Biden kneeling on his knees and he's got his arm around a young Jill when she was like 13?
No.
She was 12. I was 30. But anyway.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
right. That's it. Did you
Mic
see
drop.
it then? You saw it?
Awkward, crazy
Yeah.
smile.
That's sick. I mean,
I was also working third shift on election day and saw when they shut down the elections.
oh, it was
Magically-
awful, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
President
TT,
Biden won
exactly.
in a totally
Didn't see
fair
that.
election. It was totally fair. Yep.
Have you ever taken a good look at Gavin? I know he's intolerable to look at, but have you actually looked at Gavin Newsom? That dude has had some work done. His
A
face
lot.
does not look real at all.
He's a lizard person.
Yeah.
Ah,
He looks-
wait a minute.
He looks like that doctor that was in Escape from LA.
Yes. Yes. The Seth
That's what he
MacFarlane,
looks like.
He's Bruce
the
Campbell.
Surgeon General of L.A.
Yeah,
The one who was performing all the surgeries on the women with the huge hooters.
Yeah, he's got his horrible giant plastic face. He's always
Yeah, it's
grinning.
like
That's what Gavin Newsom looks like. You're
overgrown
right.
chin and huge cheekbones. It was
As a spokesman
disgusting.
As a
And we're
spokesman of
headed
the
there,
of
people.
America,
That's where we're going. That's the future.
Gavin
that's
Newsom
our
is not
future.
a lizard. I just have to say that. We do not claim him.
What about that lady who freaked out on that flight and says, "The guy looks, he's not human." Remember that? Did you see that?
Yeah,
I kind
did
of
you
remember
see
that.
I want to ask you something. When you go watch that video, if any of you seen it, the woman is holding her fingers like this the whole time when she's talking. Who yells and screams with their fingers like that? What does
Bill-
this mean?
Bill Nighy.
What do you think it means?
Do you know who Bill Nighy is?
Mm-mm.
He's got crippling arthritis. He cannot move his pinky finger or his ring
This
finger.
woman did
They're
not have
crunched down.
arthritis. Was this some kind of symbol?
You sure?
he's using the looks like the Baal symbol that you see whenever the Baal, the androgynous goat-headed human with the
Hmm.
big fat.
Oh,
tits.
yeah.
That's
And-
Baphomet,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it's
Ba-
Baphomet.
Baal, Baphomet, whatever. It's not Judeo-Christian. It's always got his hands like that. She had her
Yeah.
hands the same way.
Both hands, the
So
whole.
does Bill Nighy. I'm telling you.
But who? I mean, that's just not normal. See, I'm not saying she didn't see a lizard person or whatever it was she saw, but something was up with this woman because I've had many times where I went on rants and I've never done this.
She had
know.
some beautiful zubas under that shirt of hers.
I mean,
Sorry.
I'm just saying, what does this mean?
Bazookas.
Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what it means.
What's a bazooka?
It means this. I mean, why would she do this though during this whole rant? This is what that really has me. I'm really freaking out over this for some reason.
I'm sharing something with you.
Not normal.
Did you summon me? You keep throwing my horns up. I thought maybe you needed something.
I don't get it. It's just
Saddam, what are you doing, Saddam? Hey, Saddam.
Oh,
Nice,
come
Dad.
on.
I'm trying to keep
Come
up
on,
with
guys,
reading all
don't
these.
tease
Come on,
me
Satan.
about
you're
that guy.
writing.
Come on, Dad.
I'm not
I
with
know,
him
that's
Yeah, all
anymore.
this stuff is all true stuff.
Who's your friend?
I'm totally not with him anymore.
I can change. I can change.
Who did the Cartman voice?
I know I've been a dirty little bastard.
No, you can't.
bastard.
No, you can't, guys.
Man, let go.
Okay, I'll give you
Saddam,
another
do you
chance.
love me?
I do, Boosh. I love you
Oh
so
my
much.
God.
And it's me, Satan. Saddam's down in bed. Hold on, I'll get him for you if you want.
I don't know if
That
I could do
movie.
Cartman.
People
Ma'am,
put children
if
to that
you're
movie.
in a German Shiner video, you tell me, right?
Ma'am, it's this way. Ma'am.
Me. He doesn't say Kyle. He says cow. He calls him cow. Shut up, cow!
Well, hey guys,
they're-
it's me.
Oh no, it's
love that
Saddam.
everybody does Cartman really close to the cartoon. That's just joy.
Yeah. That took a lot of practice.
He fed a kid's parents to him and then licked his tears. Scott Tenorman, yeah.
What do you want, Satan? Okay, Jesus Christ.
He's like, dude, don't
Tears
piss
of
off Cartman.
incredible sadness. Eat the chili, Scott.
There, I found the Baphomet symbol you were talking about, Janet.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see it.
I'm trying
Do I
to
need
share
to
it.
click on it down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, that's a middle finger. The guy in the
That's
middle.
how he waves. This one? That's
Yeah.
how he waves, because he can't bend that finger
Oh,
all
I
the way
know
up.
this actor. I know who that guy
These
is.
two fingers are fused.
Mhm.
And see, he does it over here too. He can't do anything else because his fingers are fused together.
Okay. Well, she
He
didn't
is-
look anything like that.
You should see how he holds a gun,
I don't want to see that.
because it's strange
I
looking.
don't
Hang on.
see how he can pull the trigger. He can't bend his fingers. You know what I'm saying?
There it is. He's got his two fingers on the side of the grip of the gun.
Oh, and that was when he was younger too.
I think that Wild Target's 2009, 2010. It's not that long ago.
I loved him in
Oh God, it's
Underworld.
more than 10 years ago, isn't it? Oh, I can't believe I just said that. Not that long
Listen,
ago.
He was a good actor in Underworld. I loved him in that.
He's great. He's great in everything, I think. He was in this movie, Wild Target, with Rupert Grint and I think Emily Blunt. It was okay. It was kind of awkward at times. Oh, there she is. There's Emily Blunt right there. I think that's Rupert Grint. Can we see him? Yeah, there's Rupert Grint. It was all right. So yeah, he's got that. He's not the only person I've seen that has that. My brother, for Christ's sake, we were at like a family get together with friends and the family of the friends, and there's like 20 of us, and we're over at the friend's house, and we're in the back patio, and one of her husband's sisters, or her sister-in-law, had something like that. Like she couldn't extend the pinky and ring finger. And he goes, "What's wrong with your hand?" And I went, "Oh, Jerry, don't say things like that, man." I mean, he was just curious. It was just the way he phrased it was really kind of, what's wrong with you?
So, how many brothers do you have, Bruce?
None now, but just the one before he passed.
Oh, you had one brother. Did you have
Yeah.
any sisters?
Nope.
I wish I had a brother once. I mean, I would have loved to have had a brother. I think it would have been so cool.
He'd be in prison for murder after the way you fight get around. Get up to. Some guy would look at one of you
We
wrong
would
and
have
he'd
been
just kill him.
happy if we all brought our friends home. I thought brothers like that.
I was talking about, like, if there's 5 of you, some guy might eye you the wrong way, and he'd just
What do you mean I
He
the wrong way?
keep
She's
getting
very
locked
good.
up for beating the crap out of people.
All
What,
five of them
Ruben?
are. I said all five of you are lookers.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I don't think. I think we're okay looking. I've got 4 beautiful sisters.
What's it like
Okay.
being insanely modest?
What's that mean?
Yeah, Janet. What is it like?
I mean,
It's the
I
opposite of pretentious.
pretty lots of girls that are way prettier than me. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's a
think
whole package. It's the
Hey,
She's
Bruce.
attractive. She likes guns. She wants to
Where
go.
you
yeah, exactly.
You wanna get
Exactly.
high?
If a pretty
do
face
like
is not
that.
a pretty face is a
I
pretty
like to go to
face.
the range and stuff like that. And man, I would love to.
Her idea
Learn
of
how to-
Now say
Yeah.
that very slowly. I like going to the range. I like
Have you ever fired a heavy caliber machine gun while wearing a
Janet.
bikini?
Janet, you should
No,
say
but I would. I would
I
do
would
that
do-
in a heartbeat if somebody would
Janet,
take
do
me
you like to get
somewhere.
high? Hey,
I
Janet,
sure would. As long as I had someone fun to get high with.
That's awesome, Janet. I like to get high.
shit.
I don't know if I could handle a Janet that got high. That would be.
Oh,
That
wow.
would, that
I
would like.
I was
That was
talking to a
completely-
friend yesterday.
That's a pretty good tally, I gotta say.
And we were having a normal conversation. We're perfectly normal about regular stuff, right?
Hey,
And
Bruce.
then all of a sudden she starts
You're
talking
freaking me
really
out with what
slow
you're doing,
and
man.
stuff. And I was asking her, are you all right? And she goes, I ate a brownie earlier.
Oh god.
And
Have some brownies.
she could barely speak by the end of our conversation. She had to go to bed.
Oh yeah.
Because she had
What?
a brownie laced with some that good stuff.
it's funny that
like
doesn't that when
brownies.
I was on cannabis for a while. I can't now because I have no money right now. I'm looking for work, but again, I'm going to try and get some this weekend because I am my pain is coming back and it's hurting a lot. God, it hurts a
Hope you
lot
can
right
get
now.
it. Hope you can
Ruben,
get some.
Yeah.
Are you anywhere near North Carolina? I can get you pretty high.
That is a good tally.
No, but what's so funny is that I don't get high. I
is
just
me.
the pain
I'm
goes away. That's what
telling
happens to me.
The hell?
I know,
How
I know,
is-
I know.
How's
Tally.
the brass going to go down my shirt?
I'm sorry.
Shooting a gun or make brass go down
Oh
my shirt?
my!
I'm sorry, Ruben. I forgot what you said.
If she's wearing a bikini, it cannot go down her top.
Well, I can.
But if it's I don't want to get hit and have it burn me. I'd have to wear a long sleeve shirt.
No, we'll just make sure the what is it? Is it called the exchange? What is it called? The port that the brass comes out of? I don't know guns.
Oh man, Bruce, you're freaking me out, man.
The discharge is something else.
I'll just,
I guess
I watch Demolition Ranch all the time too, and
I'm going to tell Chuck, I guess it depends on the conversation.
the ejection port, is it called the
What we're
ejection? I don't
talking
know.
about.
Someone tell me.
injection port. Well, that's the vagina. I'm sorry. It's called the vagina.
Bruce, why are you ignoring me? trying-
What about it?
trying to
What
get-
about a vagina?
Okay, bye.
It's the injection
everybody.
point.
Vagina.
I'm going to get high. Bye.
Well, not everybody likes that spot.
That's true. Some like the butt.
That's right. So
They're wrong. They are wrong.
I don't like that. Mine's
but
forbidden territory.
if she asks, you have to like.
No. Again, wrong.
Mm-mm. I won't ask.
Well, I do both. Never mind. That sounds weird.
Okay. Well then,
Too much information.
we're learning all kinds of things tonight.
Oh, but I definitely would never.
This is an educational program.
Oh God,
You
phone.
can
Yeah,
get
was
all
it
sorts of information.
was it the
from
London paper that called it
Not
that?
PG now.
I think that was what Bone's talking about. Called a bonus hole. I think that started in London. There's some London publication, and they're
I
dead
thought
serious
this
about it.
was I
You
thought
can't
that
call it a vagina anymore.
the first time I heard that, I thought this was that. The bonus.
Well, that's a
So-
bonus.
Yes,
pencil.
that one's okay. The other
No.
one's not.
What is it? What is it saying? What are they saying it is? The bonus hole is for guys?
The
Or-
vagina is the bone. It's called a bonus hole now, so you
It's
don't
a bo-
offend
It's not a bonus.
people that don't have a real one. I don't know. They're nuts. They're all crazy.
Well, again, I'll just
I don't
say this: the
understand any
most
of that
important, the most sensual part of the body is the mouth.
That's the point, Janet. Is I don't understand it. Exactly. That way they can change it whenever they want and then make you feel guilty a different way. But the way I
Yeah,
think
but
is like
mouth to
they
mouth.
go, oh,
It's
you
mouth
said
mouth
something
to
that
mouth.
you're not allowed to say anymore. That makes you an asshole. And I go,
See,
yeah, I'm a
I-
fucking asshole.
I don't feel
And
because I don't understand. I'm just saying I admit that I researched and read and watched tons of videos and stuff trying to understand all this GQ plus stuff, and I still can't understand half of it. So I didn't know.
that's intentional.
I
It's
know
intentionally
people,
vague.
men and women. That's it. I don't know all the other stuff that they're saying is in between.
They don't either, because when you go, so when someone goes to get a sex change operation, how many different options are there? And they go, it's binary, isn't it? Yeah, it's binary, isn't it? Isn't that weird?
But see, the thing is, if you can have all these different letters next to your name, why do you have to cut anything off? You just use it in a different spot on the other person,
right
and it
now?
changes your letters, right?
I'm drinking something called, what is this? Focus
You're
Factor
drinking coffee at this hour?
F29. I was up at 5 a.m., so I'm a little tired.
Maybe
I
it's
did take
not
a
really
nap.
coffee.
I did take
Maybe
a
he
nap.
has something else in there, and he just wants you to think he's drinking coffee.
Oh, God.
Maybe it's whiskey. Oh, it's tea. He's drinking tea.
Uplift.
You're drinking tea right after the 4th of July? Are you kidding me right now?
Bruce, aren't you supposed to drink tea with your pinky out?
No,
Oh.
that's only if you take it in the not bonus hole.
There you go.
That is 100% correct.
Yeah, gamer, I'm drinking an energy drink too.
Well,
I got one on sale. It said it had 358 milligrams per serving, and there were 2 servings in the can. I went, that's worse than Surge. Like, holy shit.
Bye, Tokyo.
I miss
Thank you
Surge.
for
Have a good night,
stopping
Tokyo.
by.
Take it easy, Tokyo.
Do you remember Jolt Cola?
That's the one I was thinking of, not Surge.
Yeah,
Jolt.
that's
You know what I'm drinking in my cup? Pink lemonade and coconut rum.
Like you could actually feel your sperm start to die when you drank Jolt.
I'm drinking rum and coke. Yeah, Jolt gave truckers heart attacks, I think.
It's good.
Jolt was the most caffeine of any drink they've ever had, and this thing I got, and it was on sale, so I'm like, sure, I'll get some of this. And I was up for I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep. I had some at just after dinner. Like I mixed it with a little bit of whiskey and I tried it. It was pretty good, and I just could not sleep. I think I was up until 6 a.m. or something. It was the last time I talked to Janet at length. Like I was wired. That's why I was posting. Like every 5 seconds there was a paragraph showing up on your Twitter. I was just wired. It was like whatever Hunter was doing. Probably like that. That's what that energy drink was.
Mm.
Probably some coke in there.
Yeah. Have you ever read the ingredients on those energy drinks?
Yeah, I just did. It was 359 milligrams.
Sodium. There's so much sodium.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of salt.
That when
salt.
you stand there and drink that after like 15 minutes, and you could squeeze your ankles and your fingerprints will stay in there because that's
this one's 100 milligrams, which is like is it 5% daily value in one can. There's only 10 calories in this one though, so that's pretty good.
If you drink enough of those before you die, you won't even have to worry about being embalmed.
Nope. It's also niacin. Niacin's great. Niacin's really good. B12, B6, and B12, and pantothenic. I can't read this. Pantothenic acid. I don't know what that is.
I
took nutrition science. I've never heard of that.
Some kind of acid. It can't be good for you.
Niacin is something they found to treat. I think AA was the one started getting involved in that. Like heavy doses of niacin really helps with alcohol withdrawal.
Ooh, that sounds good. Six Nations. Look at what he's talking about. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey.
Yes.
Have you guys ever had that?
Yes.
I have.
Yes. Yeah.
I haven't. I bet it tastes good. I'd like to have that with some toast and a little bit of nice butter on it.
They get that
Smooth
chilled.
it
They get it chilled as well.
Tennessee whiskey.
And what I really like that I haven't been able to have in a while, I'm gonna need to get me some now that I'm thinking about it, is some whipped honey. You know, it's to make a spread with it. Oh, I used to eat
I used
that.
to whip a chick named Honey.
You did?
You need some whipped cream. I'm
With
sorry.
a paddle or a crop?
Oh no, the cat of nine tails. The playful one though, not the head.
So what do you
Boy,
prefer,
I
Janet?
gotta get something. I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you something.
Oh my!
That
Good
puppy-
evening, white folks.
See, I told you.
This show
It's
was
not
a little
about.
too
It's
white.
not just the looks.
I
it's
decided to.
I was
drop
about
by
to come
and
on
say
camera, but now I can't because I'm sweating.
hello. I don't want to see a white, sweaty man.
Peter Griffin was a tall, fat drink of water.
Cleveland. I love Cleveland.
Peter,
Here, I can
Peter's
use
a-
this on you, Boosh.
He's a
Ow,
racist
ow.
asshole.
Oh no, I don't get the spanking. I give the spanking.
Oh
Ooh,
my!
Janet,
See?
Janet,
You just
I think you need to come
Wait a
over
minute,
to
hold
Mr.
on here.
Brown's house. I think
Wait,
that's what needs to
Southern
happen.
girls are the best girls of all time.
Girl Drink Drunk is a hilarious skit where his boss is firing him,
Wait a minute.
and he's like, "Go ahead and make yourself one more." And he's like, "Okay, I can't."
What are the signs of all the girls in your family?
Let's see. Jennifer's.
Stop.
My mother went into labor on my birthday and had her the next morning. So we're both a Cancer.
Oh, okay. Good. That's good.
Sandy's
I
a
like this.
Pisces.
Aw,
Kathy and Dana are both Leos.
okay.
And I think that's all of us. That's all. Yeah, that's all five of us.
Okay.
2 Leos, a Pisces, and 2 Cancer.
Okay. No Scorpios. God,
Mm-mm.
that would have been disclosive.
No.
Just kidding.
No Scorpios, no
My mother was
Tauruses,
a
no
Taurus.
Virgos, no Capricorn.
Well, my dad was a Cancer too, so I'm a crab.
You're not crabby.
But crabs are very sentimental, and
Concept.
we love. We're very affectionate, and we're very loyal, and everything
That's
that I think
right.
that I ended up turning out to be. So,
It's me and Loretta's anniversary tonight. I'm gonna get the getting while the getting's good.
why do I recognize
When's it gonna be my turn?
You're real
Whose
funny,
voice is
Boosh.
that?
You're real funny.
Who was what?
What voice is that from? I recognize it, but I don't remember
That's
the show.
Cleveland Brown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember him now. He had his own show, didn't he?
Janet. I'm on your show.
no, that's Zeus. That's Roger's dog. Oh no.
It's funny that all
So
these
can you
shows
maybe
are
do
old.
voices from Futurama?
I'm on your show right now, Janet, and you act like
Thorberg.
who I am.
Yeah, I love
Never
I
saw that
love
show.
him. He's funny.
Hello, friends.
Him. You
I
sound.
found a shoe with some pudding on the bottom in the trash
Can you do
can.
that on your channel?
What a windfall. Huh?
Do you do impersonations and stuff?
I
No.
have no idea what you're talking about, Janet.
I can't do them on command. Not really.
I'm not talking to
What do
you, Boosh.
Oh.
I'm talking to Tollback.
Yeah, shut up, Boosh.
I
It's
want
okay,
to know
girl.
Tollback
Maybe
does, like,
wrong.
a little
Everybody
show with
knows once you go black,
inspiration
you
of,
never go back.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I missed it. I was talking.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Continue, baby.
But it does sound just like him.
Welcome to the shit show, everybody.
Welcome.
Heaping pile of smoking dung.
That's right.
Oh, it's terrible. We are in bad shape, though. We really are. Our country's not looking good. I mean, I went shopping the last couple of days. I spent over $800 this week already at the grocery store.
Oh God.
What?
Yeah, everything is so expensive because I was out of dish soap and laundry soap, and all the other stuff that you have to get. Then you have to get meat and you have to get some cheese and a few other things. And I had to get 2 insoles, for my shoes to put a little more arch in them because my one heel's been hurting. And man, those things are expensive.
I've been shopping at Aldi. They do
The
not have
soles, Dr.
quality.
Scholl's
Aldi's
things.
got bad quality food.
That's
But
right,
it's
baby.
so much cheaper, and with what I can do with even a bad cut of steak, I can elevate it to the point where it's going to be good.
It warms my black heart to see you white folks struggling finally.
Yeah, I've seen your house, Cleveland. It's 2 stories. Shut up.
Everybody knows that boy ain't mine. It's Peter. I have to pay Peter's child's bills.
Peter.
If you dipped it in, then it could be yours.
I can't get it right.
My mama used to always say that if it gets caught in your trap, it belongs to you. So,
That's right.
even if she was out trying to catch
Oh,
somebody
Peter,
else,
I'm a very naughty girl. I'm a level 57 paladin with 4 DK damage and the Holy Avenger.
What did he say? The helmet disintegration. Shit, something like Peter. The paladin can't use the helmet disintegration. Oh, I'm a black guy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I wanted to ask something. So Bruce, you did get to go see the Dungeons and Dragons movie, and you took your wife, right?
She did not go. No.
She didn't go.
No.
Oh darn! Because I was wanting to know what you guys thought about the movie. Your
I
two
thought it was
different
a lot of fun.
perspectives. I thought it was really
It's
good.
a good movie. It's just I don't like Wizards of the Coast, and they've torpedoed their own product. They caused so much grief to their own brand, and the movie was really underrated, and it was not well received at the theater. I think in time it will become an accepted movie like many 80s fantasy films are. I don't think it's the best D&D movie out there. That honor still goes with The Gamer's Darkness Rising, which I'm so happy to have shown you that. And I think
I want to see that.
Did you watch our review, Bruce?
I was otherwise indisposed.
It's
well,
on YouTube for free.
You need to watch our review. I thought it was
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah, you should watch the review for 4 very good reasons. Me and Janet are there, and the other 2 you'll just see.
Where can I see the movie? Is it on like streaming?
It's on YouTube.
It's on
for free.
YouTube? Oh, okay.
Gamers.
I'll check it out and then I'll watch the review.
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed watching it. I was really surprised how good it was.
Six Nation?
What is it?
Just shave one side of your junk, pour high-proof alcohol on the unshaved side, and kill the buggers with an ice pick after they move across the shaved side. Problem solved. Crabs.
I don't understand any of it. I mean, can somebody explain to me what that
pubic lice?
I know, but how do you stab pubic lice with an ice pick? I don't.
You have to have really good aim.
Surgeon.
Oh, well, see, I'm a girl, so I'm looking at it differently than what you guys would be looking at.
Yeah, you have junk too. We were just talking about the name of it. It's called the bonus hole.
My junk doesn't hang down or anything like that. So what are you supposed to stab with the ice pick?
Where the bugs are.
Well, I don't have any bugs. I've never had bugs in my lifetime. Besides a tick or two. I've had a couple ticks. Admit that. And I used to have
call them spasms.
That said, can I search you for ticks?
Oh my goodness.
It's a good country hat. It's adorable. I wish I could find another one. I don't know what happened to it, but it was funny. I got lots of people that laughed at my hat when I'd wore it. Because I wore it to Las Vegas a couple times. I'm a crab. That's what he's talking about, me being. See, that's why I never tell people.
Open up a seafood restaurant called I Got Crabs.
Yeah, isn't there a couple funny restaurant names with that people use that kind of like in one of my stories there was a girl that worked in a salon and with her best friend, and it's a story about ghosts and stuff, and the story or the place she works is called Curl Up and Die. So it's funny, but you still
there was a seafood restaurant called Fat Willie's.
Fat Willie's, yeah, but what about the Crab Shack? I mean, there's a Crab Shack, and there's I'm trying to think of some other ones. So I love crab. I could eat crab for hours.
Oh yeah, it's so expensive now.
And lobster.
So expensive.
Yeah, boy.
I haven't even looked at lobster. Like that's not going to happen for a long time.
Yeah, I
don't
haven't looked at that much seafood. Now, frog's legs, we can go frog gigging and get some frogs. They're good.
I have eaten frog, but not in a long time.
Yeah, I like frog and I like squirrel. I like lots of stuff. I mean, I can just go get some.
I had a job at Montgomery, Alabama. I was down there, and they had crawdads, they had frog legs, it was just really nice. And I said it's a nice place. I like that place.
Yeah, I like frog's legs, and I like mussels. You know, all that stuff. It's all delicious.
I like ladies' legs too.
But you know, you have those big crawfish boils, and you put corn on the cob in there, and you put potatoes, red skin potatoes in there. Then you just dump it all out on the table with a bunch of newspapers, and everybody just goes to town with their hands. And then your fingers start burning from all that hot, spicy stuff that's in there, and then your lips swell.
Yep. You used to do that at this place called the Rustic Inn. They'd give you a bib, cover the table with a bunch of newspapers, and give you a hammer. Go to town.
Oh yeah, Bone just reminded me. Gator tail is really good too.
I would rather eat gator every day of the week than anything else. That's my favorite meat.
I love gator because in Metairie you can go to this place. It's called the Harbor, and it's a restaurant. A little hole in the wall, and next to it is a little butcher shop and stuff, and they sell fish and all that. But they have a thing called the Swamp Basket, and it has big prawn in it, and it has turtle soup, it has crawfish, alligator, and frog's legs, and a couple of little mussels.
That sounds awesome.
It is. That's all I ever order when I go there. It's so
Shame
good.
on you, Janet.
It's yummy. Why? What's wrong with it?
Why are you eating my people?
Because they're delicious.
I've dropped my cloak for once on YouTube, and you talk about eating my people.
Yeah, and I was doing this when I was done.
I'm coming for you all.
Look at my fingers. It was so good.
What was that again?
Look at my fingers because it was so good. Like, you know.
I am offended.
Yummy. Well, don't be offended. You should be happy that
I am not an alligator or crocodile, but I am still offended.
I'm an alligator. I'm a mama papa coming for you.
What are those lizards that are down in the tropics that are everywhere?
Well, I'm
The
not from
anoles.
this planet anyway.
ANOLE, anole. The Cuban anoles have taken over most of Florida. We don't have them here in Texas.
They swim. They can swim.
Oh yeah.
They're big. What are they called?
There's iguanas.
Yeah, iguanas. Can you eat
No,
iguana?
the iguanas in the States don't. The iguanas anywhere else don't swim. The only ones that do are the ones in the Galapagos.
Well, okay, I've seen a documentary and they were swimming and they were eating
They don't generally go in
they were
the water.
eating algae and stuff off of rocks.
Those are the ones in the Galapagos.
Okay.
They're also vegetarian.
Can you eat them? But can you eat those? I wonder if they're
Why do you want to eat us?
Probably. I mean,
because your finger looking good. You're the
Well,
chicken of the sea.
You know, the problem with being a lizard, when you use a green screen, you damn humans pick the color green. And look at me now.
you'd use a blue screen.
That is right. But I'd have to buy one, and I'm poor. Okay?
He's a lizard. He can't afford it.
My channel's
Yeah,
not
you gotta-
monetized, and they refuse to monetize me because I reuse too much content.
I don't think monitor lizards are poisonous. I think you can eat them.
I know, but I wonder if they're any good. I wonder if they taste good. Do you know anyone that's eaten iguana?
You put enough salt and garlic on something. I mean,
Don't forget the butter.
and butter. Yeah, and
Put
butter.
enough garlic on anything, it'd taste good, I bet.
Just like everything, it tastes like chicken.
So Crafting Gamer says there's a disease that's in the iguana that can't be cooked out.
Yes.
So that reminds me, that's kind of like an armadillo that has
He
the
doesn't
lupus.
die.
Yeah, because armadillos can carry encephalitis, and there's something else.
They're mean bastards too.
And what are those cute little koala bears? They carry chlamydia real bad.
They're so
What?
gross. The
Humans
babies eat something called palp. So the mother, all they eat is eucalyptus, which is a narcotic. So they're just stoned all day long, and the mothers basically poop, but it's not the same kind of poop. And the babies eat that, so they get used to eating eucalyptus. And then they're incontinent because of the chlamydia. So they'll just be walking around and they just pee. Like they can't help it.
They feed
their koalas are nasty.
Is that what you're saying?
The what?
They feed their babies their poop?
Correct. Kind of. It's not like feces. But it comes out of their behind, and it's something the mother digested. So yes, it's kind of like poop.
Okay, if it comes out of their butt, then that's poop. I mean,
They're basically fur balls that are covered in chlamydia and then rolled in poop. That's what a koala is.
That's
do they have?
No, it's not feces. It's something else. It's what they've digested and then comes out of their behind, which is basically poop. Yeah, it's called palp.
How do you know these things, Boosh? That's what I want to know. That's kind of scary.
His parents bought him a subscription to National Geographic.
So, while everyone else was watching stupid cartoons, I was watching Discovery Channel when I was younger.
Okay.
Discovery Channel.
National Geographic. I used to tear through those. We had like every single volume that's ever been put out in the school library. So I just chewed through those. They're like, do a book report. I'm like, okay. I'd go do, look up. Hey, did you know baby koalas eat shit? That would be my book report.
Yeah. Did you get good grades on it?
No, they're like, that's not a real book. I'm like, yes, it is. I'd have to go talk to faculty. Faculty be like, well, no, it has to be from a reading list. I'm like, it's in your fucking library. Then I'd have to go get my mom involved, and she'd have to go down and be like, these are the standards you set for your class. Yeah. He obeyed those standards. You can't fail him. Yeah, I hated grade school. Bunch of fucking commie socialist bastards.
I know I can learn a lot from Boosh. It's just funny that somebody can have that much detail about so many different things and actually have a fact. You know what I mean?
Renaissance man. I don't know everything about one thing. I know a little bit about a lot of things.
Well, that's good. A little about a lot of things is important nowadays.
America will be nuked.
So I want to ask Bruce a question. We're not going to die tomorrow, are we?
That's a very, very loaded question, Janet.
I know, because it was rough the last time we got to play. But we did survive. We did survive.
Okay, there's 9 players with a character. Multiple individuals have a cohort for their character, which is a couple levels less than them, not quite as powerful, but they do stuff. So we'll just say there's 14 heroes in the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm running a game.
I'll be right back.
That most DMs would throw the towel in already. They're like, you're running a game system at way too high of a level, and your players too powerful. A lot of GMs I know they're done. They don't run high level. They don't go past level 10. That's forbidden zone. That's the bonus hole we don't discover. And I'm like, we're playing till this setup is over. And Chris is very much a gamer that he loves high level play. And so, like, I've got him, and there's others that are in the game that are enjoying it. So the beatings will continue until morale improves.
Okay. I'm trying to keep my morale.
Oh, Janet, I'm just going to say that whenever I talk to people, I always say I run a game that's probably the hardest system out there, because Pathfinder is very crunchy. There's harder systems out there. They never took off because they suck.
Mm-hmm.
Pathfinder is fairly logical. But I always talk about you because You embraced it. I gave you a challenge, and you said, I want to run this type of character. I want to run a support class healer, a cleric, and I want to help the party. And that's all you ask. And so we kind of give you ideas, or here's some suggestions for magic items, or here's what you might need to help get your character a little bit better. We don't want to go for pure optimization, because then you're playing a video game and you're just spamming the X button and that's it. And there's no joy, there's no challenge, or there's ways to cheat this system. There are, but we don't really go for that. And by the same token, if I want to use those same tools to make the monsters unbeatable, but they're out there, they're in the book. So I don't do that. I like a spirit of fair play, and I want the game to be fun for my players. What that means is you're going to be challenged. You're not going to be cutting through the willows, just whacking apart giants left and right. No, you're going to have fights. You're going to have real good tactical situations. I'm drawing up poster board for tomorrow's game. So
like three beholders at the same time, something like that, Bruce. I watched all of that one. Good Lord, man. Cheers.
Well, I enjoy it. It's fun. I'm really trying to learn as much as I can on how to play, but I still want to play who I am, or who I feel my character is, and what she would do. And I try to look at it that way. So that's how I play.
There you go.
It's a lot of fun.
Boy.
You're okay, Ruben?
Yeah, it's my back and my leg.
Ruben, it makes me happy that you've got a place for the evening at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruben, I didn't catch where you excuse me. I didn't catch where you were at earlier.
I'm currently in Elgin, Illinois. So
Illinois.
Then,
You're kind of
It's
far
a nice
off.
place.
Well,
Go ahead.
it's a room. So
Do you know people there?
no.
If you find yourself down south in North Carolina and need
That's
something,
what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find a place to call home. I need a home fast, and it's want to basically. That's what I'm just doing. I'm just like, I'm here now. I've been here 2 weeks, ending 2 weeks now. So I'm just like, but I'm just very frustrated because I want a place to go. And I'm looking at Missouri, and again, I don't know. I just got to figure it out because I'm applying everywhere, and seeing if somebody hits, and then I'm just looking around. I'm asking around if anybody knows where to go, because I basically want a state that's based red.
you don't have any RPOS experience, do you?
Who?
Well, never mind. You would have known what it was if
I didn't hear what you said either.
RPOS.
Oh, no, I don't know.
It's computer stuff.
Well, RPOS. I never heard of that before.
It's a NCR product.
Oh no, I don't
I was
know.
gonna say if you did, I could help you out, but
I know computer stuff. That's all I do.
Why are we
I don't
sideways?
know what it is.
Oh, there we go.
So
I never heard of it.
oh, sorry.
I
I work,
can help you.
I work in the IT industry. That's why I was asking.
Oh, okay. No, I deal with DevOps and program management and IT management and Microsoft Linux and all that stuff. Azure
Hey,
and all that
Janet,
stuff.
maybe you can hook me up with some contact information for Ruben on Twitter after the show.
I couldn't hear you.
Oh,
A
I'm
little
sorry.
low.
Is my
Sorry.
hold on 1 second.
Yeah, that's better.
You got to use your
Sorry.
funny voice, then we can hear you.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't have time to test my mic. I was having some camera issues before the
That's
show.
okay.
So I didn't know how close I needed to be to the mic. I guess I can look up a little. Anyway, Janet, if you could give me Ruben's contact info or get us in touch.
Well, you
off
could
show.
send it in the private chat
chat.
right now, right?
Yeah, I guess
Or
so.
better yet, just go. Yeah. It's fine. I'll give you I'll put my information in there right now. I'll just do it right now.
Or we can just hook up
That
on
way,
Twitter, if you have a Twitter
that
or
way you can
whatever.
get it right, right this minute and have it.
You public shit.
Not making any promises. I'll just see what I can do.
No, I know. Direct line.
But yeah, I'm glad that you are. You seem to be doing okay. You seem to be handling everything really good.
Yeah. Well, that's all I can do. But I think that's the whole idea. You handle what you handle. Basically, if you had your mother die, your wife die, your friends die, your family's dead, and then the last person to go was your dad. So everyone's gone, and then on top of that, I got sick, and then I was recovering, and then I got really sick, and then I went to Florida, and then down there it was even worse because I got evicted there, and then I just started running around going, where am I going to go? So, well, not evicted bad way, because again they were selling their house. They said they're selling a house. Well, where can I going to go? So basically, what I'm doing now is selling everything or letting everything go, and still got to get my storage unit out of here and stuff, and then my car's got to go, and then just walk the planet, figure out where we're going to go. So again, nothing. I have no love for anywhere right now. Nothing's drawing me anywhere. So I got to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, that's right. By putting out all the applications that you're doing, something's going to draw you somewhere.
Yeah, I've already sent out over 4,000 applications.
I know, but something's going to pull you, and then you're going to have a direction to go to, and then you'll go from there.
Yeah, because basically, if I find a remote job somewhere, then I'll just start like going to state until I find something that I love. So,
I'm getting sick of these now hiring signs that pop up, and I'll go in there. My credentials speak for themselves, and they we'll keep in touch, and I'll call back like a week later. Oh, the position's been filled. Oh, really? Why is the now hiring sign still out in front of your operation there? The position's been filled.
Right.
Hopefully things will change now that affirmative action has gone away. Sorry if that offends anybody. Not really.
Anyone that's offended by the repeal of that has either no idea what it is, or they're just a evil piece of shit.
Yep. I'm glad that that's off, because I never understood why when you fill out an application, for a job, why the color of your skin mattered. You know what I mean?
I can tell you.
It should be the skill. What are you able to do? I don't know. I just never.
The bar exam is a.
Why does it matter on the census what color skin you have? I mean,
so they can feel like they're not racist.
I can understand that. So you can go to the school or where the school is, and how many kids you're going to have going to this school.
I know why. I can tell you why.
I'll say it out loud. I'm not scared to say it.
What?
Because Democrats believe that black people aren't smart enough to pass things on merit with it.
That's part of it. The other part of this experiment has been in college, specifically law school, because the bar exam is a flat test for everyone gets the same one. In 1990, the pass rate on the first try among black students was 73%. It's pretty good. White students was 80%. Asian students was like 85%, and it's going a little the other direction. Nowadays, white students, from the last statistics I have, which was last year, don't know this year yet, it's 83% white students, 75% Asian students, 47% black students. Now, this is because the teachers, they get accepted not on merit, but based on a point system. And if you fill a certain demographic, it makes the school look better. It's about optics, not about education. And they're pushed through these classes so the school can say, look at how many students of this certain group that we have. That means we're the good guys, even though the point system they've set up says if you're this group, you get more points. That's not the way it works. What they've done is they've removed points from other demographics. It's a penalty.
Correct.
It's not a boon for this group. It's a penalty for the other groups. And it has, with this massive influx and pushing students through the classes so they'll all get A's rather than failing them and making them take it again. So they actually learn how to pass the bar exam. They take the bar exam and they fail. And the proof is in the pudding. It's been 30 years.
So and that's sad that anybody would, think that's a good thing, because when you're a fireman or a paramedic or something like that, okay, and they have to lower the standard, okay, for a woman. I'll just say I'm 5'9", okay, but and I'm in pretty good shape. But if the woman's
Yeah, you are.
if the woman's like
down, guys.
5'5", let's say she's 5'5" and she weighs 110 pounds, and she's got to carry a hose over her shoulder up a ladder, and she can't do it. So why would I give her the job to be a fireman when she can't save people's lives?
If you
Well,
can,
that cop that weighed 110 pounds was 5'5". She was carrying a lot of hoses, if you know what I mean.
You have a whole fire truck covered with 5 or 6 people that can't do the job, and they go and they're fumbling, and people are burning to death. I mean,
the rules should be the same for everybody.
Any sense?
No matter
Well,
what.
they are now.
They
for applications for the police department, they are.
They should be.
Which means you're getting lower quality men as well.
No, they shouldn't lower the standards. They should leave the standards the same as they were before. And if a woman or someone else can meet those requirements, great. You can do that job. If not,
it's ma'am.
Sorry, you're out.
I'm a woman, and if I'm laying in my bed unconscious because my house is burning and I'm breathing smoke and I'm passed out, right? And somebody drives down my driveway to come save us, and then they come in and they can't get me out of the house because they don't know what they're doing, because they got hired because of their skin color or because they're a woman or whatever they're bisexual or whatever.
So, okay, guess you'll die.
I'm gonna die, and that's not what I want for my family. I want someone who's qualified for the job. I don't think I'm a bra burner. I just think that person should get hired if they can do it.
It should be the best candidate, period, no matter what.
And it shouldn't have anything to do with how old they are, how tall they are, or any of that. Nothing.
Janet,
if they can do the job, they should get the job.
You were alive in the 90s, right, Janet? I mean, I know you were, but you were old enough to know that it seemed like things were getting better. And if you would ask me in the mid 1990s, if things would be this way in 2023, I would tell you were crazy. I would say you were crazy, but it's like we went full circle back to just talking about skin color. It's ridiculous.
So there were people that said this was going to happen. And those people were called crazy. They said, well, if you allow this, then the next step is this, and then the next step is this, and the next step, they're going to be having sex with children. Those people were scoriated in the media, just completely attacked their nut jobs, their alt-right, or they didn't say alt-right back then, they're far-right, evil Christian bigots. They're just throwing it. Well, hey, look at what we're doing now.
You know what?
Six men in Boston.
But I do believe that there are far right people that are off their rocker.
Sure.
Just like on the left, okay? Both sides have woohoo crazy people
100%.
on it, okay? I believe that because I've seen it on both sides, okay? But I am a little bit, here's the middle. I'm a little bit to the right of the middle. You know what I mean? From my beliefs. But if a person's on the other side of the fence because they have a few more liberal things that they're more interested in because of where they grew up or something in their life that's caused them to be that way, I don't have a problem with that either. The problem I have the most with is them trying to cram down my throat something that I don't agree with, because I don't go around going, you have to listen to me, you have to do what I say. I don't do that to other people. They ask me a question, I give them my answer, and they either like it or they don't like it. I mean, but I'm not going to throw a tantrum because they don't agree.
Use your writing crop.
And I wish they wouldn't try to do that to me. And to me, that's where I wish we were, where people could just be themselves. And as long as they're not hurting anyone with the way that they're living, what's the big deal?
I haven't seen like what you're saying about on the right. There's sane people on the right, but there are the crazies on the right. And yeah, I've seen them on TV too, like Westboro Baptist Church. They claim they're Republicans. They're not. They're just psychos.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any not crazy people on the left, because as soon as they're not crazy anymore, they're no longer Democrats.
Right.
If you go against whatever the Democrat Party is saying, you're ousted. You're persona non grata.
That's where
you're not allowed to be sane.
They become either an independent or they become a what's that other one? I'm trying to remember that word.
Libertarian.
Yeah, libertarian.
They just get kicked the hell out of the party. Like a couple dozen people that have been
but I
that
do
still
believe
hold
that.
to a bunch of liberal
I do
ideologies.
believe that a person can leave, just like a person can be a Muslim and then all of a sudden in their life go through something and become a Christian. I believe that. I believe that happens, a lot. The same thing
happens.
with
Or the
people that are
Muslims turn out white
Democrats and
supremacists.
become independents or a Republican or whatever. It does happen. It just depends on the circumstances in your life, whether or not you, see something different that causes you to change your mind.
Have you heard of Tulsi Gabbard and Carrie Lake?
Mhm.
Right up around Obama's second term, both of them went, okay, this is getting a bit nuts. And Carrie Lake switched, I don't remember when. I think it might have been during Trump. She turned independent, and now she's a Republican because she's just like, they're crazy. Like, the Democrats are just absolutely out there.
Yeah.
Tulsi Gabbard, I think, was done with the party in 2020. Or maybe it was 20. No, I think it was after the scamdemic. She was like, she started saying things the party didn't like, so they just kicked her out.
And it was also, wasn't it around the time also when Virginia was talking about post-term abortions?
Oh God, yeah. Like,
It was all around that time when everybody just went freaking nuts.
I think they were already nuts. They just weren't.
Goes back to the original
They
story.
just weren't verbalizing it out here so we could hear it. You see what I mean? I think they still thought that already. They just didn't tell us that's how
because if they said it openly, the party gets rid of them.
I mean, idle hands. I mean, think about it. Idle hands. The COVID pandemic, a lot of people were at home doing nothing. So all they had time to do was think about all their little positions. And that's all they had. And look where we are now.
I know.
Yeah, that Papa's correct. That's right. If you don't preach their dogma, you're not one of them. Google gobble, Google gobble. One of us.
Thing. That was something else. What Tobet just said really made me think about. That was one of the things I really started paying more attention to. Was I saw so many fake churches that were okay, because before the pandemic they were all to help the community. They were saying all these things to have fundraisers and raise money and to bring in more numbers into their churches, right? But then the pandemic comes along and that they're told they have to close their church. But down the street, the strip bar is open and the liquor store is open. And the church still...
And Chili's is open.
The pastor still closed their doors. So to me, I was like, a pastor that really wants to share the gospel and help their people is not going to close their doors to God. They're going to open their doors and say, you're going to have to force us to close because I'm going to be here for my people.
They really should have stood their ground. You're absolutely right.
I think they should have stood their ground. A lot of churches did. I saw lots of churches that did stand their ground. And guess what? Nothing happened to them. They didn't shut down.
They had threats. They had tons and tons of threats, but the state cannot do anything.
They arrest people.
More people left and went to those churches because the ones that closed lost people. But to me, it showed me how many fake churches there were, and they were just there for the prestige or the money. I don't know what they were there for because they weren't there for the people. You know what I mean? Because Jesus wouldn't have shut the doors.
Absolutely not.
So that's why that really made me start really paying attention to the churches around us, saying, I had a feeling that something wasn't right with them, but now I know they just weren't they weren't real Christians, because a real Christian would have said, I'm not closing my doors. It's just like me. If somebody told me I can't do this for the kids or I can't do that for the kids because, I have to wear a mask or whatever else, I would do it. I would wear a mask, but I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to help go get bags of food or clothes or whatever it is to still do that same thing I was doing before. I'm just having to change the way I do it. And that's what the churches should have done.
That's absolutely correct.
That's what I thought.
Well, they managed to get the weak ones to kneel for them rather than for God.
That is correct. That's also correct, Bruce.
It's scary thinking about it, but you're
well, they made all these idle threats. If you don't do such and such, this is what's going to happen. It's like, you're going to arrest me for not wearing a mask? Okay, let's see what happens after that.
You
have no right to do that. I have a right to tell you to fuck off.
I think every child should be issued a pocket constitution. I think it should be like
I agree.
part of grade school.
Have you
But-
guys ever
That's
seen Penn and
racist.
Teller? Have you ever gone to see Penn and Teller in Las Vegas?
Mhm.
I've not seen
No.
them live. I've seen them on TV, and I've
Okay,
seen their
well, I've
show
gone to see
bullshit.
Penn and Teller like 10 times, okay, because I love them. I think they're really, really great. And I always buy VIP tickets and save my money and go see them because I want to talk to them after the show and stuff. But they
You want
do
to talk
that.
to Teller? That's weird.
Yeah, I got to talk to Teller and Penn.
I'm
For
kidding.
real.
I know he talks.
Okay, but the thing is, they pass out pocket constitutions.
Do they?
Because and they're just great. I mean, they're really good,
I didn't know that.
down to earth people, and I really like them. And they definitely talk about that kind of stuff during their shows, and they do that at their shows.
Doo-doo.
And I like them a lot. I think they're great, and that's why I after seeing them the first time, and they were so. For the rights of the people, that type of thing. The thing they didn't say they were this or that. It was just the way they said things and about the way they talked to get you to understand the fight for the Bill of Rights, that kind of stuff. That I just like them as Americans, and so I thought, well, if I'm going to see a show that's entertaining, and I'm in Vegas, I'm going to see them because I'm going to spend my money with them because I know what they stand for, and it's a good show still, and so I support them, and that's how I support. Just like I said, I support people I like with my wallet, and the ones I don't like, they don't get my money.
What Ben and Jerry's is feeling that too right about now.
Yeah, I don't buy their stuff at all either.
It's
One
been a
thing-
long time since I've been Ben and Jerry's. I prefer Breyers.
One thing every American on every side of the aisle needs to remember is that freedom of speech is worth dying for,
Yes.
and people have died for it, and volunteered to die for it and didn't die.
Our forefathers went to war for taxes.
What was it? A
These
3%
bastards are taking our rights away.
a 3% tax on tea, and they tried to take away guns. That's
Mhm.
literally
Yeah, exactly right. They try to disarm them.
And
They're
about
like, okay.
And we also need to remember that only about 26 to 33% of the population supported the Revolutionary War, and it was achieved. So the
Mhm.
minority can achieve goals. We need to keep that in mind for ourselves.
On both
and also
sides, so you can
for
watch
the
Wait,
enemy.
you mean
That's right.
you mean a redcoat's not going to come into my house and have sex with my daughter and my wife without me being able to do
Well,
anything about it?
another
Hey, this revolution sounds like a good idea.
You know,
Another
I
thing I've noticed is
Go ahead,
on
Terry.
Twitter, when I do a lot of spaces. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but I go into space and I started talking about how certain things about how we have to stick together, work the polls, different things like that in your community to work your way up to the state level. And once you get the right people in your state, you can go on. It helps the country overall that way. And then people would say stuff like, well, it's stupid to sit and talk about this in here because you're talking to the same people day after day. So it's not helping anything. And I go, well, that's not true. Every time I do a space, I see new people. I'm meeting new people. And you need to stick with people that are like-minded too, because the only way that you can spread any of the information is by getting with the same people and then going out and talking to other people and sharing it. I said, it's just like going to church. If you go to church week after week, guess what? The same people are sitting in church with you. So does that mean you're wasting your time? No, it means you're learning something new each week when you go, and you're sharing what they learned during the week when you guys weren't together. It's, to me, that's the same thing, as going to church. If you're talking in a space and a few of the same people are in there and you see them every time, how's that hurt anything? See, I don't understand
That
Well,
argument
be careful-
is
be
a
careful
way
with
to
church.
silence people.
God
The way
said-
our country got
Doesn't
free
silence
from
me.
Yeah, they're trying to shut people up. They're like, well, you're not doing anything. You should talk about something else. No, the way we got this whole country started was people talking in taverns, and the argument was there as well. Well, you're just talking to the same group of people. Like, what's going to happen? Revolution. How about that? Telling people to shut up is horribly wrong. Like, anyone comes up with that argument, just tell them talking in taverns is what got the ball rolling to
I
get
just told
over
them,
tyranny.
well, you don't have to listen. I'm not, I can talk because I have the right to, but you don't have to listen to what I have to say.
Right.
And you
They're
can
there
leave-
to tell you to shut up, to
You
stop
can
talking.
leave anytime you want. I mean,
That's what that
I'm
argument
not
is.
going to cry because you don't want to hear what I have to say. But I'm here because I want to hear what other people have to say, and I might learn something new that I didn't hear yesterday.
I want to hear what Bruce has to say. What do you think about that argument? It's just an echo chamber. Talking about it doesn't do anything. You should stop talking about it. How do you feel about that, Bruce?
I think if somebody tells me that, I'm going to just kind of repeat whatever it was that pissed them off. And I said, and then I'll add on to that. I actually pretty much agree with it because the exchange of ideas is what's important here.
Mm-hmm.
And our ideas are great, but we need to have action. I want to talk in a bar, and I want to go, and we don't have redcoats anymore. We have communists.
That's
But
right.
fuck,
They're red.
still communists. If we went for high scores on who could bag the most, I think you'd see a big change in this country.
It's going to take that. I hate to say it. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
Janet from another planet does not condone violence.
No. The
This
Tobats.
channel does not condone violence. We are spitballing ideas here. This is all hypothetical. This is
This is
rhetorical.
all our own opinions.
Yeah, you can strike Tobats channel if you like. I don't give a shit.
You can
Well,
start
I'm
my
not
channel.
monetized. I'm not that
Channel
worried
can be
about it.
struck
Oh
by
God,
me.
let's not talk about monetization, Janet. Oh God, Jesus.
Well,
I got
Gonna move along.
I got invited to the monetization program a day ago.
you
I
did?
don't get excited. I applied, and in less than 24 hours, I was denied. And all they told me was a very general reason. And I went into chat and talked with them, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm trying to."
You're
follow
not gay
rules.
enough.
I'll be gayer. I'll be happier, whatever you like. And they were like, "Well, we can't tell you how to edit your content." And I'm like, "Well, can you?" I'm asking specific policy questions because I've already told you I've deleted 40 videos to try to meet your criteria. I'm not going to appeal. I just want to know the policy. Is this good? Is this not? And they wouldn't tell me. It's like, well, we can't tell you how to edit your content. I'm like, well, you can damn sure tell me I'm not approved because of your policy. So why can't you tell me where the line is on your fucking
You need
policy?
to go into a Zoom meeting and go, "Hey, girlfriend,"
Oh,
and you'll be fine.
Next time, don't delete your stuff. Just make it private to where nobody can see it, and
Well,
then you can take pieces
got
of
you.
it and put it
No.
together and make a different
So
video.
Don't
even
worry,
if you delete it, they
Can I-
still have a record of it. The video's not deleted from the YouTube archive,
Well,
and they can go and look at it and go, yeah, this doesn't qualify for our current standards, and they don't have to tell you, and they never will
Well,
tell you.
the problem
If
was
you still have the video, you can look at it and be like, what in this video that I have that's
I
been
do a lot of-
struck is a problem.
I do a lot of Tucker Carlson, and I do it.
Mhm.
So
I've watched a lot of them too.
right, and I will give YouTube. You know, they didn't flag any of that stuff at all. They let me have it. Some of them got thousands of views. I'm going to be honest. You know, when I read what YouTube said about being a monetized channel, I'm like, okay, I get it. I took all of Tucker's show and just put it on my channel. You're reviewing the whole channel. That's reused content. I get it. But my point is, you know, when I clip stuff and I add text but not voice, does that text count as commentary? Because some people can't hear. I couldn't get an answer. It's like, well, I put a bunch of visual commentary, but does that count because it's not audio commentary? They wouldn't answer it. So I have downloaded everything that's
that
been
makes
deleted.
sense, because when you put captions on, it's the same thing as adding the
Right.
text to it.
But I couldn't get them to answer. So it's fine. I haven't technically, I did delete the videos. However, everything that was deleted was downloaded and has been put on a backup channel. So that stuff will always be available. Yeah, I tried that, but I can't get views. I've made 1 penny on monetization on Rumble though. So
Well,
watch out now.
Man,
Watch out now.
why? What do you mean you're not getting views?
So I simulcast everything for a
Bruce
long
is
time.
getting views on his channel.
Everything that
I am? When the hell did that happen?
No, Bruce.
Oh.
Bruce is.
So
Aren't you, Bruce?
everything that I uploaded for a long time was simultaneously uploaded to Rumble, and it just doesn't get views. I don't understand it. It's probably not good Rumble content, to be honest. Probably my live appearances on other people's channels are better.
Well,
But
I'm going to tell you something that I've done, but see, I only do shorts, so I can't really, most of my stuff's short, so
but it's you,
it's
so you
not
won't
the
get in trouble
same
for that.
thing as regular videos,
The best
But
short
like,
in the world.
I made a
What
video
the fuck? What
for
is going on here?
one of our reviews, and it was the one about the what was the one that you got me to watch about the hamburger thing? Remember the hamburger ship movie?
Oh, Hamburger the movie.
Yeah, it was Hamburger the movie or something like that. It was
What?
real
Hamburger
simple,
Motion
stupid.
Picture.
And I was wearing a white doctor's jacket, real low cut with a lot of cleavage and stuff. And I did a little promo for it. Okay.
Glorious.
Ready for your
Then
sponge
I made
bath?
another promo, almost identical, but I just adjusted the way I was sitting, and then I leaned in a little different and all that. And I made another video. I put one as an exclusive video on Rumble, and the other one I put on YouTube. Even though there's basically saying the same thing, it was two separate videos, so I don't have the same video on there. You see what I'm saying?
Have a good night, Theta.
So edit
Thank you,
it
Sandra.
a little different and see what
Yeah,
happens.
That's
See
what I
what's
have to do. I have to so for Tucker stuff, when I do stuff like that, I really need to pause it, add commentary, let Tucker talk, pause it, add commentary. I mean, YouTube's right in some ways.
Oh, you didn't alter it, or what is it?
Right.
Is it called modify? You didn't modify it enough.
I didn't modify it enough, and I agreed with him on a lot of it. The stuff I originally deleted, but then because I'm not appealing, I am just going to try to meet their guidelines. I just went ahead and anything that I had questions about, I just pulled it because no offense to my subscribers. If anybody's watching, I doubt you are, but the videos have already done what I wanted them to do. They hooked you in, and the content's just going to get better, and I'm going to follow the rules better. It's going to be the same content. It's just going to be
Here's a thought.
done in a better way.
They could ask Tucker. They don't want to produce. They don't want to spread Tucker's stuff. I guarantee you, if you ask Tucker, or if they ask Tucker, he'd be like, "Absolutely, share that."
Yeah, but not get paid for it. I mean, if I was talking through it,
I don't think Tucker's going to care, dude. I really don't.
But nobody. I mean, they didn't flag it. I mean, you can look back at some of the videos. Well, you can't, but some of them got 10,000 views, 1,000 views, 5,000 views.
Yeah, that's
views.
great.
So the only thing it really hurts is my longevity as far as rewatch hours. I got a lot of watch hours from people going back and watching old stuff. And I lost 2 subscribers today after I cleaned out my channel, and I totally understand, but it's like, it's not gone. And I put links on my channel to it. It's a lot of it's not back up because that other channel's not verified. I can only do a certain amount of videos a day, but they're all saved. They're all going to be back up there. If anybody wants to watch any of that old stuff, it'll be there. And I'm not going to say the channel, it's just linked and it'll be there.
Yeah, see, I got a couple copyright strikes because when I put some of my TikTok duets and stuff like that on YouTube, I got copyright strikes because of the music. And it said, it didn't say that it said it wouldn't hurt my views. It just said that it would hurt the monetization of it. And I'm like,
I don't think that's a problem.
I don't care. I'm not monetized.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
I have to have 4,000 hours of view time. And I'll get to the amount of people I need, I think, before, way before then. But, I'm not going to start making, I don't know, 4-hour videos and stuff just so I can get monetized. That's not I don't want to do that. I'm doing this live because it took me a while to learn how to do it because of me doing stuff with Bruce. I've learned a lot, and he showed me how to do what we're doing right now. I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. So
I've told you this in private, but I did a live stream one day while I was at work of Hurricane Ian, and I have this knack for hurricanes, and I always have, of predicting almost exactly where they're going to land within 50 miles. I don't know why this guy in the Navy called me a devil because of it, but anyway, I picked a live cam from, and you may have seen the video, Janet, from Fort Myers.
Yeah.
From the pier.
I saw a couple of your videos I was watching on there.
And I took that video, I live streamed it, and then I downloaded my live stream, and then I pulled that footage of the of the guys that were swimming in the water and acting like idiots and named it Florida Man.
Yeah.
And that video got 175,000 or 200 and something thousand views. And
what'd you call it?
Florida Man.
It's man. It's
Florida
it's
Man.
Florida.
Hurricane
It's
Ian.
Florida. It's Florida Man.
But my point to Janet is I got 552 subscribers from one video and all my watch hours. So because of that, when you get a video that hits like that, and it'll happen eventually.
Well, it has happened for me on Instagram. I'm almost at 2 million views.
And it'll happen on
and
YouTube.
I'm already got branded content and stuff over there because but Instagram is different than TikTok, and TikTok is different than YouTube. So they're all different. So you have to follow different rules and do different things on it. So that's what I'm saying. I love what I'm doing with Bruce on his channel. And I do it because I like it. I'm not doing it because I feel like, oh, I got to do this every day. I got to do this, blah, blah, blah. I do it. I like being spontaneous. I like doing what I want to do. I like talking about what I want to talk about.
Don't change.
And when something hits me just right, I might make 3 videos for one day, and then I might not make any videos for days. So it just, that's what I want to do. And that's how I'm doing it.
And you're going to get one to hit. And as long as you've done like original content and you're not doing what I was doing, you should be fine. Like all I got hit for is controversial as I can be. And I had a video that said, fuck you, YouTube. And it was just me cussing YouTube out. And they didn't say anything about that. The only thing they said was, you're reusing too much content for us to monetize, And I understand that, I hear other channels talking about, okay, I got to make sure I talk and so I don't piss YouTube off. And I never had to worry about any of that shit because, like you, Janet, I wasn't monetized. I just put out whatever the hell I wanted. If they gave me a strike, I'd delete it, whatever. So my channel's going to change a little bit, but I think people will be happy with the changes because it's probably going to get better. And I think your channel,
just be yourself.
Yeah,
people are going to like it.
Well, I can't. I'm going to be honest. I cannot be myself on the internet any longer because it's too censored. I would be banned in 3 seconds.
Just change the words.
I've already been banned from Twitter. I've already had one.
Instead of saying this, you say F. You just say the letter F.
I don't like
Fascism, my nizzle. Remember that woman got fired from her job for saying that? And people went, you can't say that. It's the same as the N-word. And she was like, what?
It's like on Twitter, I can say I would play bumper cars with them and I wouldn't get in trouble. But if I say I would run them over, I get banned. And it's just stupid. I shouldn't have to filter what I say. The first fucking amendment protects that, and I'm tired of it. I wish everybody else would just stand up and say,
well, I do. I am. I'm just, I'm not going to stop being myself. I don't care if I ever get monetized. See, that's what I'm trying to say is that I don't really care.
Right.
Bruce and I, when we do our show, every person that sends us money or whatever, we donate it.
Oh, snap! Papa Cotton is one man show. I never knew that.
So
so it's like it's fun. We enjoy it. I like going and we play live. Our live. Well, I call it Dungeons and Dragons, even though it's not really Dungeons and Dragons. It's called Pathfinder or whatever. I don't understand all that.
It's called Bruce smashes the players into ground beef with his bare hands. Is what
so
it's called.
If it gives Bruce, 10 million views or 10 million hours, that's great. I'm happy to support Bruce and make his channel successful. But it's not because I think, oh my God, one day he's going to be rich and famous and he's going to leave me in the dust. I don't think anything like that. I'm thinking about how much fun we're having and how much we enjoy what we're doing. And it's entertaining. And other people come and watch because they're entertained. If nobody wanted to watch you, they don't have to. They're not going to tune in.
My channel is really weird. It's been around since 2006 before YouTube had any of these stupid rules. So when I started my YouTube account, you could post whatever the hell you wanted. I didn't give a shit. And then and then I stopped posting for a long time because, quite frankly, I was busy with life. I have kids. I have a wife. I have just like everybody else. I have my own things, and YouTube was my release. But then I come back and I start getting slapped on the wrist. I got a content strike right away because I started talking about COVID and got a content strike and a warning.
Papa Cotton is
Papa's-
he gets in trouble too.
Papa's
we were in a live chat, and all of the he's like my conscience, but the bad side. All of the inappropriate crap that was going through my head in that chat, Papa Cotton fucking said out loud.
God bless you, Papa. I get banned from Twitter. I get muted from Twitter. I get muted from YouTube. I'm so fucking sick of it.
Wait. What did Catherine say before you answer? It's just killing me.
But yeah, I'm on my 4th account on Twitter because before I was Janet from Another Planet, I was American Woman.
Right.
Okay. And I had almost 15,000 followers, and I was real verbal about everything to do with the election and all the cheating, all that stuff. And finally, they said that, I did too much, and they said that I was gone. So I got taken off, but I had already quit Facebook because I thought Facebook was full of crap.
Yep.
Because I had a picture come down my timeline on Facebook, and it had an Antifa person standing above a police officer, and the police officer was on their knees, and the Antifa was cutting their throat, and there was blood squirting out. It was a drawing, but it was a really good drawing. So I reported it. And like 2 days later, I get a thing saying, we found nothing wrong with this content. Okay.
What?
So what I did was swap the bodies. I put the police officer cutting the Antifa's throat, and I put them side by side, and I posted it.
Yeah, they said there's nothing wrong with it.
Both pictures. No, then they said that my content got me striked, that I had to take it down or I was going to lose my channel. I'm like, it's the
That's
exact
incredible.
same picture as this, but it's okay with this, but you're saying it because I swapped it around. Now it's wrong. See, and I sent that to them, but they still said no. I had to take it down. So I just said.
So any
program.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that was Tobat, and this is a representation of Tobat's channel. Janet said, "Fuck you."
Oh.
That's what I said. I've said that many times.
Any program for setting up a centralized autocratic national regime with severely nationalistic policies, exercising regimental control of industry, commerce, finance, with rigid censorship and forcible suppression of opposition. Do you know what that is? That's called fascism. That is the dictionary definition of fascism. Does that sound familiar? Could you compare that to what the story Janet just told us? Does that sound like that at all?
Yeah, it sounds just
forcible, rigid censorship of opposition.
It sounds like the Smith-Mundt Act, if you ask me.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds like a sex thing.
Look it up, Bush. It was passed through the Obama administration.
This is a message to the algorithm.
Yeah,
what is it? Smith's Cunt? Smith's Cunt Act?
This is a message to the machine. You lose in the end, and you know it.
There you go, buddy. Oh, did you see the Threads logo has 3 6s in it?
Threads? Is that the new thing?
Twitter clone?
Instagram thing?
Yeah.
Instagram started some new thing that's supposed to be competition to Twitter.
That's it.
And, okay. Yeah, I went and looked at it. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not. It's just
because they're promoting censorship, or they're trying to protect from disinformation. They say, which is censorship.
Oh, Papa Cotton just posted something really important. I thought everybody should see it.
Oh, so it was a Woodrow Wilson era?
Yeah.
And he modified it. Obama modified it to make it more stringent.
Yeah, Woodrow Wilson, the most racist guy.
Woodrow Wilson, that's right. Thank you. Not Truman. What did I say? Truman or Wilson? I don't know.
Wilson. I said I just commenting on Wilson.
Okay.
Yeah, they show Birth of the Nation.
The Smith-Cunt Act. The Smith-Cunt Modernization Act of 2012, which was introduced by U.S. Congressman Mac Thornberry.
Yeah.
What a terrible name. On May 10, 2012, in the House of Representatives, U.S. Congressman Adam Smith was a co-sponsor. The bill's purpose is to authorize the domestic dissemination of information and materials about the United States intended primarily for foreign audiences. The act was added to the 2013 NDAA bill as Section 1078 to amend certain passages in the original Smith-Mundt Act of 1948 and Foreign Relations Authorization Act of 1987. My uncle worked on that, the Foreign Relations Authorization. The Smith-Mundt Modernization passed December 28, 2012, blah, blah, blah. State Department and the Broadcasting Board of Governors to be released within, allows these to be released within the United States. United States Journals at Smith stated, with respect to the bill's purpose, that Al-Qaeda was infiltrating the internet in order to promote anti-American. Here we go.
Yeah.
So if people are on the internet promoting what they consider, which is very vague, anti-Americanism, the U.S. government should be able to disseminate public diplomacy information by the State Department to counter that abroad. Now, that's pretty fucked up if they're using that on American citizens, and that's what the nationalization part of it goes to, what Obama did. Modernization part of it, sorry, not nationalization. Obama changed it so that it applies to American citizens. Fuck you, Obama.
Yeah, there was something else.
What a piece of shit. Yeah, I didn't know about this. I know he did like pretty much everything he did was horrible and hurt the Constitution. And if you said anything bad about it, oh, you're a racist. Racist, as Yellow Flesh would say.
Yeah, it's but that goes right into the whole thing that they were trying to do. They tabled it, I think, but they were talking about doing the whole thing with censoring the internet. You know, where you couldn't have.
So this Pentagon officials who remain unnamed were concerned about it in the 2012 law version because it wasn't really enacted or put into effect until 2013, which overturned the 64-year ban on domestic dissemination of propaganda. It says it removed the protection for Americans. It removes oversight from the people who want to put out this information. There are no checks and balances. No one knows if the information is accurate, partially accurate, or entirely false. This allows the media to say whatever the fuck they want to say about whoever they want to say it about without any kind of oversight.
Yeah, the Restrict Act. That's the one they were just trying to do.
That. So now the media can say, Donald Trump planted the cocaine inside the White House, and we know he did it, and we can prove it. And then when they're asked to prove it, they go, oh, well, we can't prove it. And nothing is allowed to happen to those bastards.
Yeah, and the same thing.
That's what this does.
They passed that because they knew what they had to do something to stop anyone that got in their way. And what better way to do it than use the media against them? So see the whole slander about the PP dossier and all the other stuff that was proven all lies. They can't. Nobody can do anything. Trump can't even sue them. See, they fixed it
because they didn't say, "Oh, well, we were wrong."
That's right.
They could just say we were wrong.
Yeah, that's all they can say. Oh well, we made a mistake. We get
what CNN does is they'll put out a false story, and they did it with Sandman too, but they got caught way too hard on that. What $50 million was the estimate that they paid out to Sandman, Nick Sandman. That was slander and libel and defamation. They got hit hard on that one. But what they didn't do with that is what they usually do. I can't really find out what. So on some of their web pages, what they do is they'll issue a retraction to a previous story. They don't take down the story. They don't admit any wrongdoing. They don't put out another story saying they were wrong, and they don't apologize. What they do is they put down a retraction statement later, either a week or whenever they get caught, a week, a month, or 6 months later, they'll put a retraction way at the bottom of their website. So if you go and look at that, they can say, oh, well, we said the story wasn't entirely accurate. But they don't say that on the story, and they don't produce a story that says they were wrong.
Yeah,
so that's a way they can get out of it. Right. They can just lie and then go, oh, well, when they get caught, they go, oh, well, we issued a retraction. Where? Oh, all the way down here. You have to scroll through 17 pages, and then you can find it.
Yep. And they'll throw everyone under the bus. I honestly do believe they're throwing Biden under the bus right now. They've been doing it for a couple months, and the end of this year, he's going to be gone. So
I wish I could.
I
believe
hope
that.
I'm wrong. I don't want Kamala Harris for nothing. I don't want that to happen. But the Democrats do, because they want that flag to fly, that we had the first woman president. It doesn't matter that she wasn't elected, right? And even though she's not really black, they're going to say first black woman president.
Oh, they're all about first
That's
and
right,
options.
baby.
So I'm just saying, I hope I'm wrong, but I hate being right.
Kamala was the first
There's a
Indian
lot of
first Indian senator, and then the first black president.
That's right.
Got any
Just
cocaine,
like, what was
baby?
her name? That woman that said she was an Indian or whatever.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pocahontas.
Yeah. Pocahontas. That's it.
Snorted some coke with her back in the day.
My left ball hair has more Native American DNA in it than her entire family lineage.
My great grandmother lived on an Indian reservation, Choctaw.
Yeah, I've got Cherokee on my mom's side going way back.
So, I guarantee if I did some special lookup thing, I'm way higher than she is on the totem pole.
I'm way higher than you, Janet.
Oh, what do you think about the Ben and Jerry's thing, Janet? Did you see that? Speaking of Native Americans,
their ice cream.
so they put out an ad that says this nation is on stolen land, and we really need to think about giving it back to the
They don't know
natives.
anything. They don't know anything.
So
They're idiots.
there's something interesting about that, because I did some research because I think it's hilarious. Ben and Jerry's needs to give back their land first.
Yes.
Set a good example. Your
That's right,
factories, all that.
baby.
And on top of that, I think Unilever needs to give back all of the land that they operate on, which is 4 million hectares of farmland.
Yeah.
They need to give all of that back before Ben and Jerry says anything about private citizens giving their quote-unquote land back. It's not stolen land. It was conquered.
That's right.
There was a fight. There was a fight. A group of people lost. That's what happened.
They lost, baby.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Hey, Colonel. There's a man in his underwear, and he got like a stick and a rope and another stick. That's a bow and arrow, Colonel. Y'all want us to shoot him? All right, bang.
I don't know about Ben, but Jerry's got some good shit, baby. What's the matter,
Jerry Garcia.
baby? It's gonna be all right, baby.
Great.
I'm gonna bring some cocaine, baby. We're gonna get high.
Yeah, I did. You guys see that picture during the time that the balloons were floating around, and they had a picture. It looked like Hunter Biden standing in the front lawn of the White House, and he's like, send hookers and coke or whatever, and it was written in the grass.
Yeah, they've got women taking their clothes off on the White House lawn. They're finding cocaine in there. There's a demented guy that craps his pants and touches children. That's today's White House right now.
There's cocaine at the White House. Oh shit, baby! Tyrone's on the way.
The telephone wasn't invented by a white guy named Bell. It was invented by a black man.
That's right, baby.
He farted in church so loud, and the media tried to say, "Oh, it was added after." No, it was a live showing of him in a church,
Oh, you
and
honkies.
he fucking farted. And you can tell he farted because the choir behind him they were here. They look like
That's
this.
right, baby. All you honkies take credit for everything. The black man did it all. There was some crack now, baby.
Goodness.
Janet promised me some crack if I was on
Reparations
Where's my
reparations
crack,
now, reparations now.
They're talking about that in California, but they said something about they had to live there a certain amount of time. But to me, that doesn't make any sense because
None of it does. It's stupid.
everyone that lives in California that's black
Nothing
wasn't descendants of slaves. I mean, my great grandmother said that her mom picked cotton and stuff along with slaves. So, I'm just saying there were white slaves too. Not
If you were born
That's right, baby.
after 1875, you get nothing.
I ain't never picked no cotton,
just,
baby.
I don't know. I just
picked
don't
up
know how
white
you
cocaine
can
rocks, baby.
give money to somebody in California and thinking that you're paying restitution because there's people all over the world that were all descendants of different people that were slaves. I mean, there were slaves in lots of different countries, not just the United States. And even if you just took the ones in the United States, they're still all over the place. So how are you going to
Bruce
make sure
needs to
everybody
get
gets
some
the right
breast.
amount of stuff?
There's too many white folks talking about slavery in here,
I'm
baby.
gonna be back tomorrow,
But
we'll be running the game at 12:30.
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to have to shut down because I got to go to bed because I got to get up and be ready to play our game tomorrow.
Seriously, I just smoked a rock. I got lots of energy, baby. Just leave the show in my hands. I'll take care of it.
It was a pleasure to meet you. Tyrone, thank you.
I love you too, baby.
Well, yeah.
I'll tell Tobat you say hello. That motherfucker's gone right now.
Oh my god.
On the tower.
Hey, do Clayton Bigsby.
Oh.
No, you can't do that. You'll get in trouble for that.
Who is that?
I don't want to get Janet back forever.
What?
Well, I appreciate you not wanting to get me banned.
When the guy's head explodes.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Lord Jesus.
But I just want to say
Clayton
thank you to
Bigsby
all
is
you guys on here that stayed and stuck it out. And do any of you guys want to say what you have planned for the next week for your channels?
Just watch us tomorrow and be hoping that Janet rolls high.
Yeah, because I'm terrible at rolling.
That was for you to say something. You used to roll high, Tyrone. Oh, nothing. Well, I do videos every single day. I do 3 videos a day. I do my weight loss videos where I'm tell you my weight. I weigh myself every single day, and I'm continuing to get rid of these tumors that I have. I've battled down from, over 650. I started doing the videos at about 560. Now I'm down to 400 today. So I'm going to continue to do it. So I see that I can continue to thank you. Going to continue to do that. I also do a YouTube video on this channel here that I have. I'm on my Ruben Haynes channel. The other one's my Weight Loss Quest. And I do a Rumble channel where I let everything go on, just talk about everything else. And I do want to do more stuff out there too as well on the Rumble side. And that's what I'm doing right now until I get settled in where I'm going. I'm trying to find a place to live, so a place to find home.
Have you thought about possibly putting an application in at the Institute of Science and Technology, the museum up in the Museum of Science and Industry up in Chicago?
No, I have not. I got to look at that.
You should.
Okay.
I know you might not be a Chicago guy, but that might.
Well, I went to Chicago my entire life until they Chicago didn't leave me. Chicago left. No, sorry. Well, Chicago left me, and I didn't leave Chicago. Basically, I know. I miss Chicago in a way. I miss the old Chicago when I was growing up.
There's Clayton Bigsby. Oh no.
There he goes.
Oh no.
Wait.
Okay, Clayton, you're next. Clayton.
Well, while he gets his shit together, I guess I'll go. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to start live streaming the new zone from Elder Scrolls, which is called Teldani Peninsula and Apocrypha, which is this horrible realm covered with a bunch of demons and zombies, mindless zombies, and everything tries to kill you. And it's covered in slime and just gross, nasty stuff. It's kind of like Washington, D.C. or New York or L.A. or Detroit or Atlanta, etc. And my goal tonight will be to get one of the new companions in the game. And they're somewhere in Apocrypha, and I've got to go find them. So I'll be live streaming that. If you want to join me, come on. I interact with the chat a little bit. If someone shows up, otherwise I'll just be silently running it, so we'll get the story of what's going on. They usually have a pretty good story with getting the companions. And that's it for me. Clayton, do you have anything to say?
Are you there? Can you hear us?
I'm here. Remember, everybody wants Janet from another planet. White power. White power. I gotta go. Tobat said I can't say the shit I wanted to say about them dirty.
There you go.
that mute was perfectly timed.
Well,
funny.
If you go to my Rumble channel, I say all the words.
Yeah.
I do. I don't care.
So, Tobat, do you have anything planned for this next week that you're going to surprise people with?
I have no surprises in store. Tune in to Tobat's channel for Tobat Unfiltered because I'm
What?
no
You're
longer
white?
giving a shit.
Just kidding.
White.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay.
Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I just loved it. You were awesome.
Thank you for having me.
All of you guys are awesome. I just adore all of you. I hope you really understand that. I've really enjoyed my whole adventure on YouTube. It's just been awesome for me. It's helped me a lot with my personal life because it's made me be me, become myself, and try to focus on myself. And I like that, to be myself. And that's what I try to tell everybody. But thank you so much. And join us tomorrow when we play our game. And hopefully I won't die. And then Sunday night, we are going to watch our movie, which is called what? What is the name of the movie again, Bruce?
Blood for Dracula, I think.
Blood for Dracula. And we're going to watch it live on Bruce's YouTube.
Is that a Christopher Lee one?
His, Discord channel.
It should be a Christopher Lee movie.
That will be the movie we're going to review on Monday. So hopefully I'll get to dress up as a vampire. That would be so much fun. That would be great. But I'm excited about it because I just love Monday nights. It's just like something I look for. Instead of my Saturday night, mine's Monday night now. But I love trying to dress up in theme or it's a character or something like that for our reviews. And it's a lot of fun. So please join us on Sunday in Discord where we watch the show, and then on Monday when we do the review. So
Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button before you.
But thank you so much for joining us, and I love all of you guys in the chat. You guys are wonderful, and you guys are so supportive of all of us that are up here on the panel, and we really appreciate all of you because we wouldn't be, even on here if we didn't have someone to watch us. So we're thankful. But God bless all of you, and God bless America. And you guys have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Subscribe.
And a wonderful
Good night,
weekend.
Like and subscribe to Janitor Tobat's coming for you.
Subscribe to everybody.